Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Council of Reeds here at the comic shop in Liverpool. I'm Dylan, here with Jason.
G'day.
Nitin.
What's up?
Fummy.
Hey.
And Dave.
Did you miss us? Did you miss us at all?
Look at all the emails and all the messages and everything we got. All the,
So many people
the
asked us, where were we?
The YouTube comments. And I was just like, whew.
Not me, though.
Sorry we haven't got back to all those messages. We will over the next 6 to 7 weeks. While we're talking about that, just quickly, can we just thank our massive listenership and viewership out there for we now have enough ratings on Spotify to have a rating on Spotify.
Yeah.
And you sons of bees, we're at 4.9. We should be 5. What's going on?
Who's,
I'll take 4.9.
I know.
yeah, but who's the outlier? Does it say?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Oh, I don't know. I can't get into the analytics.
I don't think so. It just tells you
I'm
the
just the
overall
plebeian,
rating
man.
and how many people gave
Yeah.
you a
I
rating.
suspect I know who the outlier is.
It's probably you,
No.
because you keep missing episodes and you put shit ratings for those episodes.
No, I voted 5. I found out. It's like, oh, wait, we have a rating now? Oh, 5.
If Dave was on every episode, it would be a 5.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
That's probably
Who's
right.
my biggest fan again?
All of them.
The one that won the competition?
Yes, Peter.
Yeah, he probably, did 4.9.
Everybody. No, I've heard
Yeah,
from
because
multiple
it's been-
people that you're their favourite.
No, but he's saying he put 4.9 because there've been episodes he's missed.
Well, that's probably
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, that makes
Like,
sense.
oh, Dave's not on.
So thank you very much for that. And also the great, I guess, news that we didn't bring out a podcast last week and our subscribers went up in YouTube. So I thought that was amazing.
We should just keep doing
I
that.
think that might be the case.
That's the winning strat.
Oh, thankfully.
It's like in Cool Runnings where he pays him $5 to shut up. Yeah.
Okay, we've got 2 weeks of comics to talk about.
It's a big stack of books.
It's
yeah.
massive. Our featured books are Avengers, issue 1.
Can we do like an intermission?
That's what I asked, but they said
No, he wanted to split it in 2 episodes.
Nah, stuff that. We just do like elevator music for like 30 to 40 seconds and
Okay,
then we
let's
keep
do
back in.
that. I like that.
Cool.
Like the video is just us.
The meetings are here. The meetings of the podcast are on the podcast, people.
Yeah.
Titans, issue 1 is the other one that we got interrupted.
Batflash.
Yes.
Okay, and we got a couple of trailers to talk about. The creator, is it Gareth Edwards? Director of Rogue One, new sci-fi movie coming out. Looks amazing. Garth? Yeah, Garth. Okay.
Get Gary. Let's go on Gaz.
Gaza.
Edwards.
Go on, Yetis.
Gaza.
Gazzy Eds.
Got a
Mr.
trailer
Edwards.
for the Five Nights at Freddy's trailer. Trailer for Secret Invasion that's coming out next month.
Yeah.
Announcement for Mortal Kombat 1 video game.
What was that?
They're Skrulls.
Oh, in Mortal Kombat?
Yes. Bastard.
Yeah, so that got announced. A couple DLC leaks as well. Very interesting. And lastly, we have got Nitin's film Flashback.
American Ninja.
American
0%
Now,
card.
So harsh.
we had to watch that twice because it was over 2 weeks, didn't we? That was how it worked. Because we missed one. We have to
Yeah, you had to
again.
watch it
Okay,
twice.
cool. Glad I did
Just,
that.
I could happily watch that twice.
God damn.
Yeah. Oh boy.
I'm so glad I can't remember that movie.
Oh boy. Okay, let's get into the comics.
All right, Avengers issue 1. New era of Avengers after Jason Aaron's very long run. We've got Jed McKay. And
Great run.
art by C.F. Villa. Art was not my favourite, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
That's freaking anti-monitor.
Yes. The
Anti-Monitor?
the book itself was okay. Like,
I don't.
I have a lot of faith in Jed McKay. He's been Marvel's best writer of the last 2 years. It didn't wow me as a first issue.
Wow.
I don't like how the
Wow.
team got together.
Yeah, same. I
Yeah,
generally
yeah.
like an event happens and they're just
Crisis,
there.
they're
That's,
there,
how, that's how Avengers
No,
should.
Yeah, the book was but I'm like, I will not be continuing.
Yeah, yeah.
Even
Oh,
though it
you
is,
won't be.
No.
This is like the most Viking Thor has ever looked in a moment.
I will say my big thing that they better not do continually, goddamn Mr. McKay, is Captain America to Falcon. Oh,
Oh,
Captain Marvel to Captain
Who's on
America.
first?
Cap.
Oh no, because
Avengers, this is Black Panther to Avengers. Like, I'm like, oh, you can't have that every time there's a
Oh
fight.
yeah. Yeah.
How many times has that happened in here?
A lot.
Oh, bro.
Oh no.
Every time they speak, just about.
Oh,
in
God
the
damn,
battle.
I just realised what happened in the last page, and like I may have to keep going with this book.
Yeah,
Yeah, did you know, right?
Yeah, I read it all this today. I read all my comics
Right,
today,
right,
but it's like
right.
because I read a whole bunch today.
Right.
I didn't realise. I'm like, I
Like,
don't
that's
remember
not
what the
so bad.
last page was.
the first bit is like Carol and Tony, and it's like, In Civil War, you tore their
mentioned it.
throats and all. Yeah, but it's a throwaway like line. It's
Yeah,
like,
but it was also like what
Years
5
ago,
years,
then?
6, 7 years. They made up.
It gave us a lot.
Scarlet Witch tried to kill them all.
and even
They put her in the team.
Panther there is like, okay, he obviously looked like he did something worse. I'm not up to date with it, but like,
Yeah, he tried to kill him a month ago.
Yeah, let's bring him on now.
He had like protocols on how to beat them all.
Because
And like,
I like the roster a lot. I'll be honest, I would prefer Steve over Sam, but otherwise it's near perfect Avengers team for me. And I would like Hawkeye in there.
It's given. It gave us a lot of elements not to like this, including the art. The fact that it was all from her perspective as well didn't do a lot for me. Last page, as comics do, freaking getcha.
Yeah, it does.
And the other biggest issue I've got with this is what you started with. Jed McKay, man, he has been dealing up some brilliant stories over the last few years, and
it is just the first issue, though.
That's
100%,
Yeah.
100%. But yeah,
Not every first issue is gonna.
No, it
kick
didn't
you
wow
in
me,
and-
but at the same time,
the story.
there was enough there.
the
Yeah.
story I
there.
like. I didn't like the way some parts were produced, like that Black
You
Panther
just-
to what's
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
Yeah, about that too. Let me see. All of these guys have public identities, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
What's the secret?
yeah. Sometimes
hearing
in Justice League they say Batman instead
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Bruce or whatever because they're in public place. There's no need for that.
Well, but I just...
But like in like
but you're not
you
gonna say
really want
I
like
don't believe he's all... Like, I suspend my disbelief in that, right?
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
can magic talk to each other, so I don't need a... Dylan, this is Jason speaking.
Yeah, you don't need to declare who you are
yeah.
because I fucking know what
your
your voice
voice
sounds
is.
like.
Yeah, I was like, oh, Jed, no.
Yeah, I don't know
hope
about
that's just
that.
an issue one thing.
I guess
this is
I think it might be because if you have a look, the way it kind of links in, it's when they've just introduced that character,
Yes.
and then it's them talking to them about what they need to do in that part of the mission.
If they're talking to somebody off panel, you got to sort of tell you who they're talking to.
yeah.
So I kind of get the way it's set up, and I don't think it will continue, but who knows? But yeah,
Yeah, I did have a worry about it.
you go.
if you do swap Sam for Cap, you pretty much just have the OG team.
That's why I want it.
But I didn't mind her reason for it, but I also didn't like her reason for it. Like, what's wrong with Steve? And I understand you want the everyman with...
Yeah.
But, fuck you, Steve.
Because as much as I want an event, they're just there, the Avengers form sort of thing. But I didn't mind the little cut-ins of, cool, she goes to speak to him, and then
Can I
we
have
get some
that for a
fight with them. It was okay, but yeah.
And... Yeah, okay. So they can all fly except Black Panther.
Probably good jets.
Yeah, I imagine that might come, but yeah, you know what I
He
mean?
was in the
Like,
jet.
He was in the jet, but
By himself.
what I'm more getting at was like, they kind of felt like if they were gonna pick Falcon Cap, it might pick like a full flying. I don't know. It just
He'll have rocket boots when he needs to.
yeah, true.
Do you like Thor's line was like, I was never out.
Yeah,
I was there in the beginning.
he
I'll be
always-
there at the end. That was a great line.
100%.
And then
The
Panther's
March
line is
Flash
like,
was pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm Black Panther. There's never any good news.
Yes.
That was funny. I like that.
Yeah, because the little interactions between all of them was probably the best bit.
Yeah, because it's still McKay. Like
Yeah.
it's still
He writes good dialogue.
He does, and it's just I don't know about that art, man. We'll see.
It's
Yeah,
hard.
especially
Like,
like the
fuck,
last
it's
page. I just don't like the art, but
Yeah.
but where it leaves you.
Yeah. I'm like,
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah. You got to try the next issue with that.
Because I was reading. I'm like, this is good. Probably won't continue. And then I got the last page. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, Titans. I was a bit more like, got to the last page. Yeah, I definitely don't think I'm going to continue with this. Titans. This was okay, but it didn't wow me enough to probably stick around. I'm not sure. The last hook both has a little interest, but mainly just annoyed the crap out of me. But
Yeah, I'll give it a couple issues, I think.
This is the dude from the scene, Rick and Morty.
Mr.
that was the most interesting probably bit when you go try to recruit Aqualad.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I might have to
Look at what he
give that
said.
another shot.
Yeah.
See what happens.
So it's Nightwing bringing the Titans back together, and they're the main team in DC now. The Justice League disbanded. They go and fight a giant gorilla in the first
Springfield.
mission, which is awesome. Beast Boy turns into a Godzilla.
Yep.
And a monkey fights a Godzilla.
Yep.
It's great.
That was good.
There's a Suicide Squad sort of are more prominent in the universe now, which is interesting. Peacemaker rocks up.
I read Peacemaker Tries Hard, and then I read this, and
Yeah,
it was
well,
just completely different.
I was going to say, how is he written in this? Is
He's
it-
serious.
Yeah,
He's serious,
probably. Like,
that's what I
Tries
thought.
Hard is like Black Label
Yeah.
TV show continuity.
It's just John Cena.
Yeah.
Yes. He's like US agent in this.
Yeah.
Peacemaker apologizes to China.
One of the things I didn't like was that the new Titan Tower is just in Bloodhaven. I'm like,
That was from issue 100, which was like a private prison that they
yeah, I know.
sort of redone to make it. The
Bloodhaven?
first thing you come into Bloodhaven,
Bro.
you see Titan's Tower. It's just nothing is.
I know. So you make all your friends move to your house. What a bum.
Yeah.
Except for Wally. No, he's got kids. He's not
Yes.
living with you lot.
That doesn't count.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's got other issues.
Yeah. No, it's not bad.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Very, like, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sold on the end, shall we say. I don't want to.
Yeah, well,
Maybe
I
a bit too
don't
big to
like
spoil.
what happened, but
Yeah.
he'll be back.
I know, but you're like,
comics.
God
We're back.
damn. It just feels like I've been reading somebody getting fucked over for 15 years now.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And you're like,
I did like-
again? Ugh.
Like each DC books this week have an Al Jaffe tribute
Yes,
in
yes,
the last
yes.
page. Mad Magazine, long-time artist.
Yes.
He did foldings for like 1964 until very recently.
Yeah,
Died at
yeah.
like 90-something. Like, I think over 100. Yeah. No,
Nice.
over 100, I think.
Yeah, no, he was...
102.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah.
went,
Damn.
yeah. Legendary.
And yeah, I only stopped the covers not that long ago. Like the...
Well, foldings,
Yeah.
yeah. He
Not that long
retired. Yeah,
ago.
not a couple of years ago.
Letter from the Queen of Folding. That would've been good.
You don't get one,
He's
it's
on
married.
Plymouth.
No, they don't deserve...
Oh, yeah.
They're through the T and the P.
Dumbass.
No letters for you. All right, next up from Image Comics, something epic. This is the variant. We're out of the regular cover.
Look at the Terminator 2 variant.
If you do pick this up, people,
The last page.
the last page is
is on
story.
the back.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is story. This is the last page of the book.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was reading it, I think,
Yeah.
like, I'm like, what this ends, and I close it. Oh!
Yes.
Like, you had, like, Newburn start on the inside cover.
Yeah.
This ends on the back cover.
It's pretty cool.
Interesting. The art is great.
Yeah. The different styles and
Yeah.
stuff, and like his stuff, I generally like. Sometimes I think it gets a little too filtered. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I get a bit, but with this, because it broke it up with some
Yeah.
different art, it was a bit better. I just remember when it was on Spawn. It's just like every page is that yellow sepia
Yeah,
sort of thing,
yeah,
and you just
yeah.
like eventually go okay. But this was
So
excellent.
it's about
Akira.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's about a kid who is, I guess, aware in the womb,
Yes.
and he's
You what?
he's diagnosed as having just a very overactive imagination, but he can see, I guess, fictional characters in like just walking around. In his attic is like a vampire and a demon cat or something
Yes.
that he
Living
can
his-
see.
living his-
Wow.
he's a single mum deal. She
Yeah.
goes off to work at night, and he's up there. And
Yeah. So he sees, Scooby Doo and Yogi Bear and Akira, freaking.
Damn.
It
Just
is
all
all
walking
like,
around.
rip-offs and that.
Yeah, it's like, you know,
everywhere.
yeah, freaking
Darkwing Duck and Blade and Punisher and
Ninja
stuff.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
like just
Oh yeah, 8-bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
like
That's
Ninja
great.
Gaiden's basically just said
Yeah.
His name's Gaiden.
yes.
8-bit ninja.
I thought it reminded me a lot of 1985, the old Mark
I
Miller
didn't
book.
see. I didn't read that bit.
Very similar sort of vibes, and maybe the art style a bit too. But ooh, I think this could be
Yeah, I might give issue 2 a shot.
yeah.
Because I finished reading, I'm like, I probably won't. But I'm thinking about it. I'm like, maybe I'll give
Yeah,
a second issue
same.
a shot. Yeah, and the story, like, he's got scoliosis, and I guess there's not a good diagnosis.
No.
Maybe at the end.
Yes,
But there's somebody else who is an old man who probably can do the same thing he does.
yes, yeah. Like there's a lot of intrigue.
Because he gets like
Take it
novels
off.
and stuff, and novels talk to him. He doesn't read them.
Bang,
The
bang,
novels just talk to him.
Yes,
That was great.
yeah.
He's walking by a bookshop, and like a Bible
Oh,
starts.
I
hey,
saw the pictures. I was
hey,
like, what's
come
going on?
buy me.
Yeah.
It's the Bible,
Oh.
and he's sleeping, and the Bible's just
Yeah,
I believe it.
Dracula's on his shelf and it's just the face of Dracula.
Yeah, I
and stuff
saw
like
that, and I had no idea what the hell was going on.
Yeah.
There's some cool stuff in there. Really great ideas. I think it'll be a sleeper hit. Next up, from Scout Comics, I read Count Dante, the unauthorized but sort of true story of the deadliest man who ever lived. This was... I really enjoyed this. It was fun, silly, like 70s kung fu movie stuff. Very similar to vibe to American Ninja, I guess. Did you read this now?
I flicked through it. Every time you have
Yeah, like a dude. He's in the army. He's part of the... I can't remember what they're called, but like they got stupid Black Tigers or something. You know, bullshit.
The Black Dragon Fighting Society.
That's it.
Excellent.
So, like, the guy, he saves it's Vietnam sort of deal, right? He saves a POW, like, black guy POW, sort of, he's going to train him, but the sergeant of the black fighting clan or whatever they are, oh, no, get away. You can't have him. He's not the right type.
Yeah.
But then, jumps forward, they're all back at home, and the black guy who is now a hairdresser. He gets a visit from Count Dante.
Fuck.
Yeah.
No,
The ads.
The ad
Yes.
for the Equalizer.
Yes.
It's a lead pipe.
Yes. It's fantastic.
This guy is at the beach and the bully kicks Sandy's face and goes, I want a real man. So Billy goes online and picks up a lead pipe and gets the shit out of this guy back at the beach a week later and gets the girl.
Nice.
The ads are fantastic.
That is freaking amazing.
So yeah, they've got
Stop being a loser now. For $99.99, I will send you one of our patented lead pipe
It's
devices.
so good.
And a 3-page instruction manual.
Yeah. I don't know, it's just one of those kooky books.
For
that-
beating
Does
the
it have
shit,
like a legit address?
for beating the shit out of anyone who gets in your way. To get lead pipe, send your money and check to the Equalizer. Well, it's Norfolk, VA. Like, there's a proper address, PO.
See if you get something.
Wow.
So he comes back and they're going to start their own dojo and teach everybody the Black Fighting Clan Club.
Oh, they're not
they are.
sea monkeys, they're sea junkies.
Yes.
So eager to please, they can even be trained.
And they're all just strung out.
So what you get in the pack is 1 year's supply of methadone, a plasma donor card, a water bong purifier, a magnifying manual of junkie care, raising, training and grooming, and our famous growth guarantee in writing. Look at the junkie
Oh my god.
yard hatchets, nice. Oh man.
Yeah.
I saw something today remind me of the 70s that, Rick Dalton, the character, Leonardo
Yes.
DiCaprio's he passed away today.
Huh.
Yeah. Rick Dalton died today. That makes good sense. Here we go. What's next? Order by mail. Make 100 different fart sounds with your armpit.
100's a lot.
Oh, pet monkey. Play the spoons. Peyton Manning's dad bod. I like that. Ball cap. Yeah, candy bourbon. Now we're talking. This is worth it just for the ads, man.
Yeah.
That's really good too.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's just one of those fun, crazy books. And I was like, man, I just read it. I'll just give this a quick read. I was like, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
That's pretty cool.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
You alright for me?
Extreme Venomverse!
For fuck's sake.
Extreme!
So
Was this extreme?
I wouldn't say extreme.
I wouldn't say extreme at all. So this is just 3 stories building together. I know, man.
I like the start. That was
The
cool.
start was good,
Oh,
but,
okay.
Because it's the...
Yeah, alright.
but it's a different, So it's in the last Venomverse thing that we had, we met Anne from a different universe, and she's essentially the Flash Thompson Venom of her universe. So her outfit, she became the Venom. So she was the chick Venom from the original back in the day Venom series when her and Eddie were together. She died in our universe. In their universe, Eddie died and she took on the Venom mantle, and she looks like Agent Venom. So she's now going around all the different Venomverses and recruiting other Venoms, including Samurai Venoms and Venom.
Venom.
Is it Kid Venom?
Friendly Neighborhood Venom, the Kid Venom, which the art was
Yeah.
pretty shite.
Yeah.
The book itself, obviously, is just giving some backstory to some characters we're going to get introduced to. But, yeah. These last one was okay with the, what was it, the poisons and shit like that. Yeah. What this one's going to be is...
Yeah, it'll all depend on who the villain's going to be.
That's exactly it. Right? That still needs to come around.
Or whatever. Because these are all going to be like this, because it's Death of Venomverse is where we're going to get the answers.
Well, and that comes around soon. Yeah, because it's the summer of symbiotes. Yeah. So... Yeah.
This is just here they all are. Yeah, just like the original Spider-Verse. You had the Edge of Spider-Verse series that you got the Spider-Gwen and the whatever. But I thought it was not clear enough when like the story ends, like the chapter, so to speak. It's just you can tell because
the first one, yes, but the second and the third, no. I agree with that.
You need to be a bit more clear in this. I thought.
Yeah.
Like.
And the family of symbiotes, like
that one was a bit. That was the worst.
Yeah.
Because the first one I didn't mind. He's just Spider-Man Venom.
The samurai scorpion was actually pretty cool.
That world actually.
The scorpion looked pretty.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Yeah, the outfit looked really cool.
Because that's like post-apocalyptic sort of cities and stuff, and you got to move to the other the government, blah blah blah. But it's all Oscorp.
Mm. Oh, cool.
And like the scorpion's number 3.
That's cool.
And like, there's something about the 6, and you're like, I would have liked a whole book of this instead of the family. But...
Freaking like paramilitary Sinister 6 kind of thing. Wow.
And like, are they all white? Since the Scorpion was all white. I was like,
so.
Yeah.
Because they're not prototypes, but they're just...
Because he'll get a mini or a one-shot at least of his own in his world.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be the one that takes off.
Yeah. Because the others are just two...
They're generics. Yeah, he's just a Spider-Man... Yeah. Spider-Man Venom.
Yeah.
Spidey Venom. Like he's trying to do... Like Pete, in the first one, in this universe, Pete dies.
Yeah.
And then he takes over the mantle and so forth, so yeah.
But like Pete's guilt is embedded into the symbiote and Uncle Benness and... Yeah. It was fine, but yeah. Not different enough. The third one was... Okay, the one I want with his...
Piqued the interest.
Yeah. Alright, next up. Green Lantern, issue 1. We've still got a few. If you buy one, you get a Green Lantern ring while stocks last.
I've been charging people for that. I mean, no, just kidding.
Charge people for straight ones.
Somebody was, but I don't know if that's true or not.
Pretty sad if that's the case.
I'm not sure about this.
Ooh.
It was
mixed feelings.
Enjoyable enough.
Yeah, I liked it.
But I don't like the idea. He's stuck on Earth, so straight away I just want Space Cop.
Yeah, but...
I'm hoping...
Cops are the best on one planet.
No, see, like, because the Guardians have disappeared, the blue dudes. So you don't have Planets Federation, whatever, if they go over the Guardians.
That sounds really interesting. I'm into that. Show me that.
They've said Sector 2814, which is Earth, is a liability.
Yeah.
So no Green Lanterns are allowed there, even the Earth ones.
Yep.
So Hal Jordan's like, he just runs back. He goes to Earth like, I'm gonna go save my fucking planet.
He basically hands in his ring, right?
No, he's got his ring.
No, he hands in his ring. He doesn't have the ring at first.
Yeah. That's
what confused me. He doesn't have the ring. He drives in, and then the dude stole the Manhunter armor, and he's wearing the Manhunter armor, and that uses Green Lantern energy, right?
So he's got a magic ring out of
and then he kind of, I don't know what happens. He's like freaking siphons it and makes a ring or some shit.
Oh, because it's they're fueled by the Lantern. Like even if he's gonna go away, they'll just take the ring off him. Wouldn't have handed it in.
But
if he says, I'm gonna.
But yeah, like, well, how's he have it? You can't like.
So, yeah, like
where's this? Like he can make his own ring now.
Yeah, so the ring. You don't need a ring. What the fuck's going on?
Yeah,
he's still got a ring.
He doesn't have it. It's a flashback. Like
because that's why he drives into town with the car. Yeah. Because why wouldn't he just fly there?
And instantly? He fights a dude without constructs or anything.
Yeah, and then he gets the ring off the Manhunter.
I don't think the ring, like, it's energy that turns into it, right?
Yeah.
I don't believe you're really talking about the major issue here. Did the goat survive?
No. Okay. Yeah. Actually, it did, because... I know, probably not. There were drones.
I thought Hal's a tough one. You want him to be cocky and, like, hot-shotty, but some of this he was a bit too much, I thought. Like,
yeah, I agree.
He's just a bit knobby.
He's a bit too much of a dick.
Yeah, like... When he's talking to those other pilots, he was a tool.
Yeah. No, he comes across more...
That made sense, because he was a hotshot pilot. He thinks he's better than the...
But would he talk to other Green Lanterns like that?
No, he did.
Not like that, I don't think. Yeah, I thought that was a bit heavy-handed.
He comes across more as just being an idiot.
I would like it if...
I don't like that.
I want him to be confident.
Yeah, sure.
Like... big dick energy, yes. But
But he was confident. He's like, because they were on drones. He's like, if it was a real thing, I would have got out.
I thought a little forced and a little.
I like the other stories in here. It'll be good
Yes.
if they all
Yeah,
tie
like the
together
backup, the
later
John
on.
Stewart
Yes,
backup.
that
That
was
was
heaps
very good.
More interesting.
Like if they all tie together eventually.
Well, they
It
will, for
will.
sure,
It
right?
will.
Hopefully.
No, I think there's a lot of promise in the book
Yeah.
for sure. But yeah, the ring thing I was just like, well, I
Yeah,
don't
I need to
understand
look,
what happened here.
I need to look at that again because
In the last page, you ended with him on the ring, so you don't know if he keeps it or not. Because the flashback, he didn't have it, and then he drove into town. He got it off the Manhunter, but he's got it in the last page, and that's the end of the book of the main story.
okay, he
It's
crashes.
the same as the one I've got.
He gets zapped.
I think it's straight though. This one's
You can see the energy streaming over him, and it comes in, and it becomes the ring.
Yeah.
Maybe he's stealing it.
But then what is it?
Yeah, that's
Is it
what he said,
inside him?
siphoning it off.
Yeah.
that's-
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Is it a ring or is it not a ring?
Well, that's the book. It's issue
Yes, of course.
Yeah, sure. I'm saying I don't like it.
and didn't saying you're wrong.
Yes.
one. My word weighs more.
Because I understand the rings GC's go to, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was a bit unclear. I like the art.
That was great.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Both.
Oh yeah. The art in the back. I'm like, Guy,
100%.
how cool does Guy Gardner look?
Yeah. Like old ass guy Gardner.
Yeah.
He's got like man bun or something, doesn't he?
Yeah, I don't like that part, but
He's old.
yeah. But yeah, I'll see what happens in issue 2. Next up, Dave, Arcade Kings. Did you read this?
Yes, I did.
What'd you think?
It's pretty good.
It's alright.
It left me a bit confused as to who because I'm just an idiot, but the guy you see in the mask,
Yeah.
well, it's not actually a mask later on.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the older brother or the younger one.
Oh yeah.
You know, like I couldn't tell who it was.
I think it's the younger one. But
Isn't
I'm not
he
sure.
real head?
You
Or
see,
is that
I'm
a
thinking it's a
mask?
younger one, but then they showed a picture of the older one, so it's a bit. Yeah. Anyway, it was pretty good.
I like the art a lot.
Like
Coloring's amazing.
Yeah.
the
Is that
backstory only needs like 3 pages, and you've established
Yep.
it already, and then like
That's his real head.
it comes to like the real next.
Is that his real head or a
story?
mask?
No, he says, "Oh no,
I'm
he
not
says
reading it,
it's-
Dave. I'm just looking at the pictures. Is he a real mask or is he his real head?
Says it's his real head.
Because in the flashback he doesn't have that though,
Yeah, I know.
so it can't be his real head.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah.
That's
You
he's
can
really
get
But
the
it's like
backup,
it's
right?
not.
What he-
It's a
it-
dragon
it's
fruit, and by the way, this is my face.
Yes, I know
You
that's what
so-
it says.
Yeah.
So he may have
I think
got
he's just
something
being
in the interim.
No, I just don't think he's being honest to those people that he says this is my head
Yeah.
Once
because
again,
he's in hiding.
it's only issue 1. I'm
How does
sure
this
the reveal
compare
of
to
his
actually
face
working in an
will-
arcade, Dave?
I hated working in the arcade.
You went to arcade?
Yeah.
When? What
Briefly.
What one?
At Mounties.
Oh, that
But
thing.
no, but not that one. The
Oh.
Club Marconi version of it. And because it was outside the club, it was just more cunts everywhere. Just want to beat the shit out.
At an arcade?
Yeah.
Excellent.
What a shock.
But yeah, because basically the flashback and the backstory, these two brothers, their dad's like the great fighting champion, but they're not really dad or something or whatever. And then you see this kid and he's, I don't
Beetroot
know.
head.
And then you get a reveal at the end of that the dad's after him and why the dad might be after him to come back to the fold.
Yeah.
Because he clearly didn't want to become and used by the dad.
It's the little brother. It's got to be the little brother.
Yeah, pretty sure.
All right.
So I like the look of the art.
Boiling.
Yeah, art's fantastic.
Very Scott Pilgrim game style.
Yeah, big time.
It's nice how they defeat the enemy in this issue because like the kid just looks, oh, he's doing this. It's like, oh yeah.
There's a giant robot still, and I can't believe he didn't buy it. Arcade
Video
and
games and giant
giant
robots.
and he didn't buy it. And it's a cool looking robot.
Let me have another look at that.
Disappointing.
Oh, you continue.
Next up, King Kong, Great War. This was alright. Some Nazi, not Nazis, because World War One, but they're a bit
Soon to
Nazi-like.
be.
They watched.
Pre-Nazi.
Their boat crashes on the island, and
1% Nazi.
it's them trying to get their shit together and survive, and it was alright. It's King Kong. You read this?
No.
It was okay.
Didn't know that.
It's better than like I thought the story I was more interested in most of the Kong books because King Kong books are hard to do. I think,
Yeah, very hard to do.
right? Because like, all I really want to see is King Kong smash some stuff.
Yeah, and that doesn't.
And like, what do you got? Okay, they either bring him to like the city,
Yeah, there's only
destroy
so
city,
many
or he fights some
circumstances.
dinosaurs on the island. Okay.
John C. Reilly in it.
No,
Damn it.
I was waiting for him to turn up.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Is this movie gone?
Yeah, I think so.
Because that's coming out
really?
later in the year, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kongzilla. Yeah.
That was alright.
Yeah. So it's like German Empire, right? So
Yes.
1920s
Kaiser Wilhelm.
and stuff.
Yippee, whippy, whippy.
How about his haircut?
Yeah, man.
You pointed out his haircut to me before. He's got, I think, shaved side of the head
Yes.
and then long.
Like a comb over that goes all the way. sort of
but it's
thing.
before they crash on the island. He looks like
Yeah,
that, right?
pretty sure.
Okay. So yeah, if they crash there and it's like okay, he's been there
Maybe
for a
they're
while. Sure.
in the
Maybe he
boat
had
for a
brain
while.
surgery.
Well, that's what I'm trying to look the whole time when I first go. What is this? I mean, is there a scar there? Because if there's a scar there,
Yeah,
it won't
yeah.
grow properly. Sure.
Of course.
But I still don't know why you'd have. He looks way too cool.
Everyone's got moustaches. That's
Yes,
on
yes,
point.
yes, yes. Yeah, I don't think his hair is.
Worked for Natalie Dormer and Rosario Dawson, so, you know, might work for him.
But yeah, it's fine. Next up, Silk, issue 1. This was weird. This was weird.
Yeah.
Why did we get this?
Huh?
Why is this happening?
Marvel just continually try to make her a thing.
This is like the 5th iteration?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
They just keep trying. This is probably the best one of hers that I've ever read. Because it opens up and she's like LA noir private detective.
Hollywood Land.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you're like, what's going on here? And like full, you know, the usual sort of thing you would expect in that sort of a setting. You know, she's criminals and then she fights this...
Craven looking thing?
Yeah, this demony thing. And she starts going, wait, my name's Silk, but I live in New York. I'm not. And then you cut to spoilers, people. She moves into, wakes up and she's in the Wild West.
Oh, she's getting
And then at the end, you know,
fucking
stuff's
hard.
going on. But I was at least, yeah, I don't know why we constantly try.
Could have done that with a good character.
But I was quite, yeah, a little like, oh, what's going on here? Because it was different at least, right?
He's right now.
But, yeah, I don't know. I was intrigued. And I'll be interested to see, like, next issue, will the same thing happen? Will she be in a different place before they magically
So she's
wake
even got
her
like
up?
an old school silk costume.
Yeah. And I really like the art on
The
that
hat's
verse
really
and stuff.
cool.
Yeah, like,
Because it's like the thing
design's
with the
fantastic.
webbing coming down, like the chicks would have the little veil over their eyes
Yeah.
and stuff with the small. That's pretty cool.
and then when she goes to the West, like, I think the character design stuff's pretty nice, actually.
Yeah, the art's pretty good.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm just like, oh, what is, like, I don't even know. I was like, I'll read this so I know what it is. And I open up and I'm like, what the fuck is this? You know, like, you shut the book. Yes, this is Silk. Like, all right. But yeah. And then last page, you're like, oh, okay. Okay. Not quite sure where this is going, but I might have to buy issue 2 now to see how long she stays in the Wild West before she moves wherever else. Yes. Next up.
Do you know who that is?
Huh? Nah.
Okay, cool.
Cruella de Vil.
No. Or maybe she's from one of the 50 Silk series. Next up, Vigil, Ram V, and Sharama.
Shama.
I said
There's some,
They didn't.
Sharama.
so there's some interesting shit to come. She's got like a medieval silk helmet with horns on the side of it, like a Viking. That's pretty cool.
Very historical.
Perfectly. It's like Braveheart. It's perfect.
Yes.
Cool. Sorry.
Tell us all about Vigil, Nitin. Was this good?
Yeah, this looks interesting.
No, I enjoyed it. The Vigil team sort of first made a little cameo in the last detective issue.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Ram V.
yeah. So it starts off with like container ship being hijacked by pirates, you know, Thailand, off Thailand, and they're ransoming the Indian government because it's Indian crew for money and stuff like that, and there is somebody who becomes the new, I guess, head spy.
Sure.
Like, but and then you cut to like Indian government officers talking to like a scientist, and they're trying to poured so much money into this like superhero program with no results. You know, and there's like this incident that happened that they don't want to talk about, and they're saying like America's got so many. They've even got like a kite themed one, like Kite Man.
Interesting.
Yeah. So and they're like, and the scientist is like, we've been trying, no, you know, we can't do it. All this money, and the government shuts it down, and he leaves, and it's like, it was a ruse. There is superheroes, Indian superheroes. He just don't want the government to know about it. And they made their own team. They're called the Vigil, and they go and make a rescue on the ship.
Sure.
And the disguise of the rescue.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like the rescue is a ruse.
Yep.
For the real intention.
Yes.
Which is there's like a container on the ship that's not on the manifest that belongs to LexCorp, and the whole agenda is to destroy like advanced technology and items and stuff that people shouldn't have. They shouldn't have.
Yep.
Shouldn't exist. Like so, it's a LexCorp thing. Maybe alien. You don't know.
Yeah.
But they exist to sort of
Keep that
destroy them. Not even keep it out of people's hands. Just destroy technology and artifacts and stuff that people shouldn't have at all. Shouldn't be in the hands of people.
Interesting.
Which is very interesting. Which is good.
So the Vigil's the team, not a person. Mm-hmm. What's that person's name? Is that Vega from Street Fighter?
Blackbird.
Okay.
Blackbird.
He's
He's got a mask where, because he's got, whatever it's called. His skin is all elasticy. So he's got a mask. It takes it off, puts it over your face. It reads your faces, puts it on his, takes it off. You've got his face for a
then
bit.
he's like Tom Cruise from Mission Impossible.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah, without the.
So he does
This was
that.
really cool.
Yeah, book was pretty interesting. I enjoyed it for what it was.
Seems so different than your usual Ram Venus too, right? Like a bit more espionage
Yeah.
and whatnot.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Alrighty. Next up, Danny Ketch, Ghost Rider, Howard Mackie, and Daniel
Picciotto, I believe. Shout out to Dan, local artist. Made
Came in,
it.
signed our comic.
Yes.
Um,
You got a Marvel job.
yeah, it's crazy.
Awesome.
You've been working.
And when we say local, we mean local.
Yeah.
Not Sydney.
No.
Local Sydney, West Liverpool.
I only saw that briefly. I thought Danny Ketch signed that. It's the artist. Right. That makes more sense. I was going to ask how you got that.
So it's one of these Marvel flashback books. So set, in the Danny Ketch 90s era Ghost Rider. Howard Mackie, co-creator of Danny Ketch and stuff, and the whole basically 90s run. So it was great. Like, it's a good book. His art looked really
awesome.
nice,
Yeah.
man.
I did like the art when I flipped through it the other day.
Really nice. Like his bike looked good. The skull, because Ghost Rider, that's what you got to do. You got to do the flaming skull
Yes.
nice and the motorbike nice.
Yes.
You know, they're
Yes.
your two main things, and killed it on both things. I super dig the book.
I was gonna say it's
Old
pretty
school Ghost
hard to mess up a flaming skull, but like no, I've seen.
Oh,
some
yeah.
bad-
Oh
bro.
yeah. There's
I've seen
shocking
some bad
stuff.
ones.
Yeah.
People are messed up just skulls, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Greg Land.
Yep. We're presently out, but we've got some more coming probably 2 weeks.
To be fair.
Favorite thing was the
The
box is back, corner box.
Corner box is great.
Like,
Hey, it's good
they've
as
got to
a
do this in
flashback
all
book,
these
though.
flashback
Yeah.
books, right?
And all the new ones too.
That's really
Yeah, I would love that.
Greg Land hasn't had any like skeleton models. That's why.
Yeah, I'm sure
Well,
there's
you
lots
could
of-
probably do some. It's a
Yeah.
bit not the socially frowned upon.
I saw plenty of other things that Googled, so that could be Googled
Yes.
too.
That's right.
But new villains introduced. Like the main guy, like the broker, comes to people and like brokers the deal that we're gonna give you some powers or whatever. Yeah, I thought he was cool. He looked cool, and obviously he's got a boss that he's working for. Yeah, when we get more, highly recommend. If you like your old school 90s Ghost Rider, when Ghost Rider had 3 books a month basically.
I can't believe that.
You know,
Yeah.
That's
Like
nice.
Ghost Rider,
Well, actually-
Johnny Blaze books,
Yeah.
close enough.
Actually, 90s.
Midnight Suns.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. No,
Punisher
that
had
makes
3
sense.
books a month too.
Yeah.
Perfect sense. He's freaking
He was in
Flaming-
He was in Fantastic
Oh,
Four.
yeah.
flaming skull, leather, spikes, chains. Okay.
Yeah, it was like
Wolverine, Ghost Rider, and Punisher were Marvel's
Yeah.
3 hottest things.
yeah.
They put him on anything. They can get their
Edgy
hands on.
90s, bro. Edgy 90s.
They gave
When Spawn came out, like, all right, this Ghost Rider was Marvel's Spawn. Sort
Yeah.
of.
Kids love chains.
Kids love chains.
Kids love chains.
Next up, Fantastic Four, issue 7/700. All right, Ryan North, I think it is. Yeah. His run, I've been digging. It's sort of slow and like really just family, and they're doing a little sciencey adventure.
Because it was building to this, and then he can just take off because he had to do something massive and.
Or this ain't actually all that much.
Oh, okay.
Like in that sort of aspect.
Fair enough then.
My favourite bit in it is the start. They've come to, Aunt Petunia's spare house.
Is this the first appearance?
Of Aunt Petunia?
Yeah.
No,
She's been around before. Okay.
Um,
I know he's mentioned
Yeah, of course.
all the time, but I don't think I've ever seen him.
just in the last run even.
Okay.
She was popped
Fair
up.
enough.
Just sold.
But they
for
rock up to
1.2
her.
mil,
Yeah,
but
they're gonna
it's
stay at her
good.
house because they've got no back to the building because they sent it away for a year.
Yeah.
It doesn't come back.
Yes,
Okay.
and she's like, well, that's a big plot point in this issue. And she's like, watch out for the ghosts or whatever. And then, like, you see a ghost sort of come and mess with Reed's head while he's
Yeah.
sleeping. And then the next morning he's talking and he can't say a word. Like, he forgets a word.
Oh.
And you're like, okay, well, what's going on here?
And then they're fixing the roof.
Yeah.
And then Johnny forgets a word. And then someone
yeah.
else forgets a word, and then
And they're like, hang on, something's going on
yeah,
here.
and then they start like, how
Saying-
many letters in the
yes.
alphabet? It's like 26. How can we remember 25? And then start doing the alphabet song, and letters keep missing.
Yeah,
over
like if
time.
X is missing the first one.
Yeah,
I'm doing the song in my head
Yeah.
and reading it, and I'm like, wait, which one's missing? I had to do it like 3 times before I'm like, it's X. Yeah, so X has disappeared, so they can't say any word with X in it.
and then like
And then more letters drop out, and I'm like,
That is so Twilight Zone.
right?
Yeah.
Like, they're the bits of this book that I love.
Wow.
yeah, and then they stop. They can't talk anymore
Yeah.
because they've lost all the letters.
And then Doom rocks up.
And
No,
Doom-
because that's the last letters that are left with D-O.
O-D-N-M. They don't even say D-O-M.
No.
It's like O-D-M.
Yes.
And like 3 letters, but when you rearrange them, Doom. And Doom's, he sort of like put a nanobot ghost sort of to
Yeah,
fuck
yeah,
with him in the house. And he's there because Reed Richards sent his goddaughter in fucking space
Yes.
for a year. He's lost her. And Doom doesn't like that at all. And it's
Your
great.
failure has
Yes.
struck again, Richards.
Yeah. There's some like real classic Stanley sort of Doom.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's modernized, but it's very Stanley
Yeah.
sort of.
It's the best issue of this run so far, for sure.
Ooh, interesting.
Because then Doom tries to go fix it. Like, he's like, I will fix it.
I'll fix your mistake.
And Reed's like, no, you can't.
No,
It's like, this is the only way.
Bah!
Yeah.
Bah! I'll
So
fix
he
it.
goes back in time to the event that Reed presses him away. And,
It just keeps happening.
yeah.
No matter
And
what he does,
tries different
keeps
stuff.
going.
Oh, wow.
And like, it's just Doom losing all the time. It gave me the Booster Gold Killing Joke Batgirl issue.
Yes,
Vibes of that big time.
100%. So he keeps going
yeah.
back further in time, and it's still nothing.
can't stop
Still
it.
can't. And then he's like,
What the fuck?
Yeah.
and then he's like, he sort of figures out maybe I'm the problem. And it's like the best. Like even in that, he's still arrogant. He's like, see. That's how superior I am. I can admit that I'm the problem.
Yes.
If I wasn't, I wouldn't be like, no, that's not me.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. So he goes back in time to before he goes back, in time to start doing all this.
So it all gets wiped. So, they
So
don't
he's
even-
got like in his suit, he's got a thing to stop Sue getting in, and he presses a button and leaves there a gap for Sue to get into his armor with the force fields.
Yeah, like, he's around the corner behind a tree,
Yeah,
stopping and making himself get screwed
yeah,
up.
it's great. And then there's stuff with Nick Fury and Shield that
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, no, like some Doom, and like just even then, like as he's flying away, it's still my victory, and explaining how he's still winning today.
It's great.
Yeah. But yeah, it's 2 great things. Like the language thing was excellent,
Yeah.
and then just Doom being Doom.
There you go. It goes back to when Galactus comes and stops that, but still doesn't fix anything. Goes back before Fantastic Four, where they went up into space, and then before the back in time, like to the beginning, still nothing.
Yeah. How can a man with time travel not be able to fix things?
Which is,
Yeah.
but it's also like one of the things I like about time travel is like some things are inevitable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
It's a fixed point.
yeah.
Gargan
Judgment
Too, nice. There's some secret. Some new Avengers shit in there.
Yeah, it was just cool.
Some
Best
Century.
issue of this run. Like I said, I've really enjoyed the little time Twilight Zone sort of sciencey-ness. But I just think the book is just going to be it's very one and done issues too. I think it's just slowly building.
It's the best issue of this run that I've read.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
It's the only issue I've read.
Yes. While we're on the Fantastic Four, let's flip over to Clobberin Time issue 2. Did anybody read this?
I did. Well, a few weeks ago, but fuck me.
This like the first issue's just him and the Hulk just smashing shit,
Yeah.
and this one straight away you're like, what is going on here?
Yeah. So he goes to Krakoa, and he's doing a talk.
Yes, like a panel, like a question and answer
Yeah.
with the audience in a suit and Ben Grimm looking all fancy.
And he starts getting called out by the kids and stuff, and he gets all freaking indignant, and then Reed sort of takes over because Reed's put something in his mind. So when he starts mouthing off, Reed takes over.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
It's
Fucking
great.
Reed Richards.
because there's a rock kid asking questions, and he's like, "We're the same, yeah. You're a rock, I'm a rock," and the kid's like, no,
No.
you went to space and you're the world's famous superhero. I was born this
like-
way and dumped in a dumpster and rah rah.
It's great.
And then another one goes,
Yeah.
you know,
And then
Pretty sort of type of stuff. Yeah, like it was very much of that.
the villain from the first issue rocks up on Krakoa he wants to steal shit. I don't know where that's going. That stuff is great.
Yes.
The art in the book is fantastic. I love Stoker or whatever.
It's gross.
It's gross.
This guy's got some interesting tattoos, this villain.
Yes.
With great power comes greatness.
Yeah.
No? Yeah, great, I don't know.
And
We've
I
got a
always
Venom
love
tattoo.
when Wolverine gets really fucked up in a fight.
Yeah, because he does in this so good.
Like when I love when he gets real fucked up because he can.
The bad guy just blows all the skin and muscle off his legs.
I think I
down.
saw
He's
that.
So he's just a head.
Yeah. Isn't there some upper bodies in this too? Yeah.
little
It's
bit,
like waist down, just metal legs.
Yeah. He's still alive. He's
Yeah.
still.
Of course he is.
Oh, it's great.
Next issue is Doctor Strange because I cannot wait to see how the art in that's going to be.
You should be fucking up Wolverine.
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah,
You should
right?
be.
Well,
That's the whole point, isn't it?
Exactly. That's
the
why he's there.
regeneration gives you that beautiful ability to fuck him up. Oh yeah, look at that shit.
It's like, can we get a blanket to cover him?
Yes, yes. Like Ben don't want to look at it.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Oh.
This book is great.
Yeah. It was so different from the first issue.
Yeah.
I'll be buying the trade of that.
Yeah, because like the first couple
Yeah,
pages, I'm
Strange
just
is
like,
coming
what
in.
is this? But yeah, because you're buying it just for the art at first, right? And first one, this was fun, but this was good
I
issue.
might get the trade. Interesting.
Next up, more Ghost Rider. This one is Ghost Rider 14. More Danny Ketch, Johnny Blaze, the whole deal is going on. So, you read this?
No, I was just looking at the next book.
Blaze is like, not Blaze. Blaze has been knocked out, dead, in the hotel, whatever, wakes up. 3 days are missing. But this is the whole explanation of what's happening to Ketch and how he's got the Weapon X
I don't think I
helmet.
can flick this one.
And like they're just basically torturing him. I mean, he's there to help stop demon possessions. That's what he sort of thinks he's doing. But they're just turning him into a weapon. Yeah, obviously that's why he's got the
Oh wow.
Weapon X sort of helmet on and stuff. And
Well,
they just send him out and like he's just been tortured all day. And the bosses ring. And she's like, he can't go. Put him for whatever drugs you need to get him out the door. And they send him out and he's got to go, there's vampires somewhere he's got to go sort out and stuff. And so Johnny's coming to save Danny.
Damn, he looks cool with the green and the
Yeah.
helmet and shit on.
Yeah, this book's clearly building up to its big thing, I think. Mm-hmm. It's just cool, fun Ghost Rider shit.
Well, to be concluded. Well done. Okay. You could call this the penultimate.
Next up, alright, the big one. Amazing Spider-Man 25. What happened to Mary Jane Watson?
How disappointed were you?
Actually, I read it and I still enjoyed it.
Oh,
Yeah. Same.
I think, obviously, spoilers. Not spoilers, we won't say maybe too much. But what we hoped and what Marvel leads you to believe is clearly not happening.
I didn't think they were going to do it.
They should. And I do think the kid thing's a bit of a cop-out. That they're not hers.
Massive cop out.
Not hers.
I saw it coming, but massive
Yeah.
cop out.
I think it makes it, they're so more disposable if they're not hers. You know what I mean? She can leave.
yeah.
Or they can die and you find their parents. Off they go.
Off they
Right?
go.
So I think that was a bit. But I thought this was a really great issue. I thought they did the time. Like it starts. It's the whole flashback, right? Like Pete goes, and then it's just her and him, and she's messed up at first. So I can't leave. Pete will be back. Pete will be back. A couple of days.
There's an 80-foot hole in the roof.
Yeah, we're
gonna
go.
get seen. We're gonna go.
Yeah.
Smack.
And it'll be like a week later, a month later.
That was the
3
best
months.
bit.
Yeah.
And then at one point on the page it says days, months, years, and different panels.
Winters.
Yes.
And like you see her just getting badass. And I'm down for it. Like I have no problem with Mary Jane Watson being a badass in this situation.
100%.
She's got a little bit of Spidey outfit left that she's got wrapped around her arm. She's just guns and headband, like 80s action bitch.
Yeah. I'll show you this. I'll show you the shot in a sec. It's really, really good.
And then Pete gets back, and then
So then that's the issue we saw a couple of weeks ago when he comes back and then gets them back.
yeah.
So where does he go? I'm sorry.
They've gone to a different dimension, right? Pete and MJ
Yeah,
got sucked into a different dimension.
Yeah.
To fight this God guy, right? And if the God kills Spider-Man, it's over.
Okay.
So Peter's made a thing to send him back home,
Yeah.
but MJ clicks it and gives it to him.
Because Pete is the linchpin of all this. If the God had got to Pete, he would have become Ultra
Yes.
God, take over every realm everywhere. So sacrifice Pete, which meant MJ was stuck there with old mate that worked for this dude that became
For
the
a
God.
couple of years.
4 years altogether.
Yeah. And like the kids thing, like the kids don't want nothing to do with them. The kids are all terrorized and PTSD, like the Scribble Man. They don't want nothing to do, and eventually he's like, "Oh, you can hug me if you want, because you saved me from." Like in one issue, I think they did a great job of telling you what had happened and where they are emotionally and family.
Like it's like 4 years later. It's like, what do you think the Scribble Man wants? And she's like, oh, you haven't mentioned him in a long time. Are you okay? It's like, I don't like the way he's looking at me. That was really creepy. It was very cool. And then, so that all now catches everybody up. And then the aftermath of Pete going through all the shit to get to pass up from here, sorry, to get to MJ. And because he went into Baxter Building and knocked out FF and
Stole stuff.
stole shit.
That's
and
why everyone hates him.
Yeah.
everyone hates him. Look at that shit.
Dude.
Yeah, she was cool.
So he's, at the end, he's punching Johnny in the face. He's dodging, punching Johnny and
Because he's just found out MJ's with the dude.
Yeah, that too. Like he's done.
They've just had the conversation.
Whole world. It's like
I can't leave him.
a month ago, I asked you to move in with me, and this is like that was 4 years ago.
I got a family and kids and stuff, right? Like, so he's just crushed.
Dude, that is...
So then he walks away, and then he's having this altercation with the FF, and then he flicks it all away, and then gets knocked to the ground, turns around, the Cap's there.
Dude.
So he's like, I spoke to MJ, and shit. It was really interesting.
Yeah.
And then talking about the breakup of all of his shit, where moves out from his old apartment, doesn't talk to Aunt May, and
Because there's, some depression going on there.
yeah.
And Cap was
It's
just like,
Parker Luck. It's fucking excellent.
Yeah.
but it was like Cap was like, just let him wallow in his own
Yes.
shit.
Yes.
Which
And
is-
it just sits there for 3 panels of
think
him just sitting there in
Cap
the dark.
would do that.
You got to know he's got to get through it
Yeah.
Yeah.
the way he's gonna.
And then the
You can't just be like, come on, Pete, don't worry, let's go get you laid.
Yeah.
back up. Well, and oh no, I'll fall back into Felicia Harding's arms. Him and her going to a wedding and just some more Parker Luck.
Yeah.
I want to see that cat bit.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah, Remitter Cap. Love Remitter Caps.
Oh man, he draws such a good cat.
Such a good cap.
I don't see enough
Most
of
of the time.
When
He was on the Captain America book, it was pretty
Oh
ugly.
yeah, they got some issues
Yeah, but yes.
when it's run
Yeah.
issue by issue.
That issue of Amazing with Straczynski with Doom
Yes.
at the airport. That was like a great Doom, a great Cap. That was a great book.
Yeah. I think I've said it all the time. I know people are hating this run, but I think it's the best Spider-Man's been in a long time. And I thought that issue was excellent. I did a bit cop-outy about the kids. The next issue, it's not what I would like to happen.
So what happened with the kids? I didn't see what happened with the kids. Did they send them away, or they?
No, but like we're trying to allude to once they dropped the bombshell that it had been years.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, what do you mean? So are they MJs?
Yeah,
But they're not. They just find these kids.
yeah, I saw all that. I was looking
So
at, like, they grew to kids.
if they're her kids, is different, right? Like you can't get that away as
Yeah.
easily. But like, oh no, we find these things.
Yeah.
We find these things.
Yes.
You're the best.
Sorry, Dave Lee.
We don't know what to do with them. We feed them
Yeah.
sometimes. Give them some shelter.
Some
They
interesting,
make good iPhones.
one little interesting line about the Pete, or not Pete, what's his name? What's the boyfriend's name? I can never remember.
Jerk ass.
So I just don't care. But like the doctor's like, oh, we can't find any records of him. So you're like, oh, so there's your loophole as well. He's just a bad guy eventually or whatever. Because it's comics. But I liked it. Mary Jane Watson, badass.
Yeah. Show that
Action.
picture. That's excellent. That's some
dug
90s.
it.
That's some 90s image badass redhead. And that's all pretty cool too. Where there's still a chance we might see a demise of a crimson haired character, perhaps, because that's what they're now back after. So, in the other side of it was that the villain in that other dimension got killed when Spidey came back through. But then at the end of the book, realised that he needed to die to be reborn as the god. So now he's coming back to kill the Crimson Woman. So it's going to be interesting where it goes.
One of my favourite lines was like when he's fighting the FF or trying to fight them, like, she's like, man, stop. Sue's like, how about we stop punching things before they start punching back? Because the FF's not. And he's like, that's the thing, Sue, the day I've had, I want somebody to hit me back. And like, he's just, raging out. Excellent. I liked it a lot. Next up, Dave, I do believe you read this.
Yes.
Guardians of the Galaxy issue 2.
It is completely different from issue
The
1.
whole Western thing's gone.
Yes.
Well, wasn't that on a certain planet, though, too? Because they're on a...
Yeah, well, the
That
premise...
was your whole marketing.
Yeah, the premise was they're planet hopping and getting everyone out of the Griffall.
And unlike the movie, he
somehow
does have his
cowboy
mask.
style. But you don't see Groot this issue.
That's alright, because he's the
he's the bad guy.
Yeah.
It's just looming.
But then, like, it's completely different because, like, there's a bit of discord in the Guardians now. Because, like, they each go to do their different thing, but Drax is like, I'm going to go to a place that I can't talk, or where there is no talking. So he's just sitting there reflecting.
Jeez, only that didn't happen in the movies.
Yeah.
It would have been awesome. Chichetto, that's the Moon Knight artist?
No, like Daredevil in recent years.
Ah, right. That's okay. I was going to say, that does not look like his arm.
But yeah, so
Because it isn't.
Nebula and Gamora go one way, and then Peter and Mantis go another way, and just Gamora and Nebula have a completely different, like, goal.
They're not going to listen to him.
Yeah, they
Pete's
know
plan.
it's not.
He's going to screw it up anyway, so we just might as well do what we want to do.
Yeah. So they end up stealing something worth money. And then at the end, like, when he first sees the dude has given him a message, or someone gave him a message for Peter to read, and it's like, oh yeah, that's your little MacGuffin, so...
I didn't mind the issue.
Yeah.
I
like it's different.
But I was a
from the
little
first.
jarred, like that. Okay, so why'd you push the Western thing so hard for it to be over straight away?
Yeah.
I thought that was odd because I wasn't quite sold on that first issue being the Westerny thing, like because the designs and all the promo material, were like, well, that looks kind of cool, and you get it, and I was like, a bit hokey.
So
And now it's gone. You know?
they have different costumes?
Well, Drax has still got like the
Oh, okay.
medievally sort of
He's still got the...
thing, and
Star-Lord still has the...
But he doesn't have a hat.
yeah.
yeah, so...
And you're like, okay,
Not sunny, though.
It's weird.
yeah, it's just a bit odd. It was felt a bit more Guardian
It looks
space
more
stuff, right?
like a Ravager than...
He goes to Quill and Mantis is going to see Quill's old buddy that's in a war and, you know, space shit. Oh, no, we got to the Shi'ar after us. The Skrull, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then heisty stuff is more Guardians, old school Guardian stuff. It's a bit weird. But I liked it more than the first issue, probably. Even though I was keen for the Western thing. It's weird that it disappeared. Next up, Hulk Annual. Did anybody read this?
Yep.
This was interesting. So it's just about people making a documentary about the Hulk, like his early days footage, and it's all supposed to be that we're watching the footage.
Yep. That's
Yeah,
why
but-
it was fuzzy.
Found footage.
Yeah,
Remember you asking the question the other
it
day?
was fine.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, found footage.
Yeah, I was maybe expecting a little bit more. It was from the guy that did Savage Avengers. There's some good moments in it. The art, I was not a fan of the
Nah.
art at all. The concept was interesting. The way
Like,
it
it's
was,
a perfect annual type of
Yeah,
story,
yeah.
but it was just a bit
the way it was written with the like all being live and stuff like that, and watching the footage. The little couple of lines from Hulk was interesting with the way it all went down, having to get the shot and stuff like that, and was it worth it?
Which is interesting because he's speaking coherently and
Yeah.
he's not Hulk smash. He's,
Well, because it seems to be, and that's the thing. What you said going back to the early
You did,
days,
but it's not,
It's
right?
not.
Yeah,
It's now because it's
yes.
straight out, and that's what is interesting that he's talking normally. So, are we going to get that in the next comic
and you got the preview for the first issue of the new Hulk.
with a different artist,
Which
not the
sort
actual
of,
artist?
which
Yeah,
is which,
so
which
weird.
leads like the back like the main story leads straight into issue 1,
Yeah,
which is like that's a good way of doing it.
Yeah, for
100%.
sure. But why not use the artist that's going to be drawing number
bloody
one?
oath.
I like this art.
That
So,
wasn't bad at all.
Transformer, man, he's
yeah,
great.
I liked it a lot. But
Yeah,
you're like,
I agree.
He's perfect for
If
this.
that does hook ya,
Well,
That's not what you're getting.
That's right.
it's weird.
Weird.
Weird choice.
Perfect for this weird body horror.
Yeah, it's like, oh, hopefully maybe he's like
Oh
the...
yeah, when it jumped down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
it
don't
was-
know about that. I'll give the first issue a shot, but
Not feeling it.
no.
We haven't seen it yet though. Wait until you see the actual artist.
Like that is the actual artist.
No.
No, that's
No,
not the
that's
guy
what we're
that drew
trying
the
to
book.
say. It's not Nick Klein.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
Nick
what's his
Klein.
name? That's Nick Klein there.
Different artist.
The actual
Wait, so
artist,
that's not a preview of what's issue
It
issue 1?
is,
the writer,
but not
but
an
not the
art.
art.
It's like a prelude.
That's
Yeah.
what we were
kind
just
of thing.
bitching about
Yeah,
2
with
seconds
different
ago.
artist. Yeah.
I thought you were talking about something else.
No.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the main story.
Nah,
No, the little back one.
Like, it's a bit weird, right?
Very
You're like,
weird.
here's the
Yeah.
preview by issue 1.
but
it's
it's
gonna
not
look
that
different.
art.
Right, I didn't know that.
Very
Oh well.
strange.
But yeah, I'll give first issue a shot. But
We'll see.
I wanted more of just superhero Hulk.
Because we
We've
haven't
got
actually
Hulk.
had it in a while. Because
We
we
had
had
the-
the horror, then we had the space. We
It was
haven't.
great. And I want more.
It was
like,
too short.
You
right?
know what
Yeah.
would have been cool? Hey, McKay, chuck him on the Avengers as the rogue.
I don't know if you can have him on Avengers.
Probably not, but you know what I mean. Like, if anyone could make it work, it probably would be him.
Like if he goes like Professor Hulk, sure, put him on the Avengers. But
Or have it kind of a rebirth of the old, where it first originated, where they got together because he was destroying shit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, we'll wait and see. But yeah, the art thing was a weird choice. Next up, Captain America Sent to Liberty. It's Cold War Part 3. This was fine.
Yeah,
There's not much to talk
good
about.
action fight scenes.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
2-pager where it's them doing like that dance kind of thing.
It's
That was pretty cool.
it's someone trying to be Carmen Canero.
Yes. Because not the
Yeah,
regular
it's
chick.
not as
Really?
good as Canero's stuff.
But and I did like these.
I
flashback
love that. That's
pages.
what I wanted to talk
They were
about. That
great.
Earth X shit, or whatever it is,
Yeah.
Universe X, or whatever it is, looks excellent.
And like Cap was so cool with his.
His beard.
Yeah. Oh no! Like even then the modern stuff with his fur coat thingy.
Yeah.
But it was like not much happened.
The whole thing so far, all of Cold War is pretty good. Like, not much is
Compared to how
happening.
fantastic that first arc of Central
Yeah.
Liberty was.
Yeah.
But like the Widow and Bucky interaction was cool.
Yeah.
The
And
Power and the Money's interaction was very cool. The Bucky's screwing up all their plans basically, and the chicks are laughing at him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's bro. It's awesome.
But yeah, there wasn't a lot in there.
Yeah, I don't really know where it's going to. Like, I don't know. Black Widow just walks off.
Yeah, I didn't understand that.
Yeah, me neither. Bucky just...
Well,
I'm
not to mention-
sure, like, they're not really at each other's throats, but she just walks off.
She cuts his cheek,
Yeah.
and then next page, he's standing there with not a cut cheek. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, really? I didn't notice that.
Super Soldier Serum, bro.
Yeah.
Guess so.
It's his metal arm thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, could have been like Wolverine was there and he just took some of his essence, like a Green Lantern ring.
Maybe so.
And so, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Let's see how it goes.
Yeah. Like it's still solid, but it's just I felt like I read this last issue.
Yes,
They're
very much.
still in Alaska in the snow fight
Yeah.
monsters, and they're still trying to get to there. And
But they went into the underground facility,
yeah,
and then they went out of the underground
Yeah.
facility.
to go over there to
Yeah.
go into a portal.
Yeah.
They had to go in there and get Steve's fancy fur coat.
Yeah. Expose everything.
Kill a polar bear.
Yeah, yeah. Is it?
I've been near the Fortress of Solitude.
And I don't know if it's just the Kelly Lanzig writing this and that guy writing that. That's sort of maybe not made it as good as it could be, or or they've got the tap on the shoulder that we're wrapping it all up,
Yeah.
and it's just sort of sputtering out. I don't know.
And it just also kind of feels like probably didn't need to be a big
No,
crossover between the two books.
no.
Because
I
White Wolf
knew it
kind of
was
just
always going to be the plan.
White Wolf kind of just shows up. If you're reading Sentinel
Yeah.
of Liberty, and he doesn't really. I don't think he gels with the.
No. And, like, it makes no sense why Bucky's just giving him the throne of Dimension Z.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can run Dimension Z. And he's like, I'm running the joint now. Huh? Haven't your whole thing always been about Wakanda?
Wakanda, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's all a bit weird.
And then now the Inner Circle is kind of they don't really have anything to do with this.
No, it's just
Yeah.
Bucky.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, I don't know. It's weird. We'll see where it goes.
Yes.
Next up, Miracleman, the Silver Age, number 5.
Good.
We read this?
Yeah, good.
I didn't get to this.
This is good. This is very good, actually.
Yeah, very good.
Very Dicky and he's
It's not the last one, is it?
No.
No.
No, good.
very
This
pretty.
is the first one of the...
The new?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So pretty.
Yeah.
Like, just
very
that
much.
classic sort of style.
Oh, this is new stuff.
Yeah. Like, the other ones were
Touched up.
new art of the old stuff.
Like new layouts and actually
Yeah,
new
yeah, yeah.
Everything
pencils.
new.
This is new story. Like, this also... The Marvel... What's it called? The
Marvel Tales.
Marvel Tales Miracleman sort of trade that came... Like, 4-issue trade that came out
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago. That leads in... Sort of ties in with this, because this is about Dickie trying to get his
Memories? Or
memories
something?
back. Because...
We'll find out what's real.
Yeah, what's real.
Right.
And him
Why
and,
you just try to get kissed?
it goes back to the orphanage where we grew up, and he starts seeing ghosts and
that's where he
freaks
is.
out.
Nice.
And I guess Miracleman spoilers about
La 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 la. Oh, okay.
they were a government experiment. They didn't get
That makes sense.
They didn't get their powers from a friggin'
Yeah.
wizard or whatever. They were a government experiment, and all their memories are fake. And
Probably should have walked away.
young Miracleman died because the government tried to kill all the miracles. And they
What, to undo the project, essentially?
no, they just get rid of them.
Oh, just to, oh.
Yeah, they were like, this project is we don't want
done.
Yeah, it's done. It's project we did with this, and yeah, it's not what we
Put it
wanted.
in the
Burn it all,
Yeah.
move on.
Yep.
Yep,
So
cool.
they send
fair
him up
enough.
into
That's what they
space, blow up a nuke. He dies. Miracleman gets thrown into Earth, has memory loss, and Kid Miracle gets back to Earth, but he goes mad, and he kills everybody. And
Yes.
Miracleman has to kill him. And then he restarts the universe. That's the whole backstory of this book. Restarts the universe. And yeah, this book is about young Miracleman sort of coming to terms with
Something's not right here.
yeah.
What MM's telling me and what's in
What
here
am I missing? Yeah.
is the
Yeah.
disconnect.
Yeah, nice. All right.
Yeah. Book is great.
Yeah, it was very just classic. All right, we're into the DC portion now because Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Halfway there.
All right, let's go.
A little over half.
True comics, that is.
Dylan, Superman 4. How good was this?
This was awesome. I'm
I didn't read
loving
this.
this so much.
Flash.
So
I forgot it.
the first arc was 3 issues, so that was interesting pacing wise, but it was perfect because you don't want to drag it out. Man, where do I start with this? You get some more golden interactions between Superman and Lex. There's been a bit of a time gap in between the last arc and this one, and they've been working together more, and they've been doing some good
Like
stuff.
Super Cop's working.
Yeah. Like Superman, he doesn't like it, but Lex is like, look, think about all we've done, and we broke a piece in between between these two alien races. We found this, we did this, we solved this problem. It's great, right? And Superman's like, well, you mentioned a bunch of dudes that hate you, causing the whole parasite thing. You still haven't told me anything about that, so what's the go? And then we get a flashback, Lex saying, very, very similar to what Clark did. He's like, when I finished studying, I left Smallville behind. I came to Metropolis because I knew they needed a genius like me to solve their problems. And you get this flashback of him fighting these mad scientists in like he's got like a superhero costume. And he's like young Lex, who's got the long red hair.
Yeah.
and you have no idea if any of it is true at all.
Yeah.
It's great. It's really cool. And I think, was it back in the first issue, you get mentions of Jimmy's got a new girlfriend and stuff. You find out who the girlfriend is. And it's fucking perfect.
I didn't want to say, I don't know if you've seen it the other day, and I was like, oh. I was like, whoo. I won't say enough.
It's absolutely perfect.
Yeah,
that's what you want. That's the shit you want Jimmy Olsen.
Yes. Get yourself into some trouble, basically.
Yeah.
But also, it's all good.
Yeah.
Jimmy's a sweet boy.
And you've got one of the villains, they've got a kryptonite claw, right? It's got talons made of every version of kryptonite, every variety of kryptonite, nice. Right? So the red, the blue, the green, it's all combined, and
oh, Jimmy.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. So when the radiation is kind of all the different variations of radiation are combined, it can react weirdly with metahumans and stuff. So they're using that to
all metahumans.
So I think certain metahumans. Okay. So that's how they get over that character in there.
That looks awesome, but those pillhead things look weird.
It's goofy. It's goofy. But that's what I want for Superman.
Cool.
And it's so much fun. I love it when Superman and Lex work together.
Yeah, that conversation in the cell around the acorns aren't actually an allergen.
Oh, that was great.
And
actually,
don't cause anaphylactic shock.
He's in the prison, right? And one of the dudes is talking shit about Superman and saying Batman's the shit.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, oh, Superman, what? He's shit. The real MVP is Batman. And then Lex is sitting in the corner and he's like stripping away an acorn and then he flicks it into the dude's throat, and then it cuts to Superman talking to him, and he's like, how did you know he was allergic? And he's like, well, technically acorns don't cause those.
It's like he nearly died. Lex is like, he was rude.
That was all, yeah, I mean, it's great that he's kind of defending Superman, but really he's defending himself. Yes. Because he wants the top dude on the rung, right?
Yeah, that's what it's about.
He has to be good enough to be my...
Yeah.
I haven't lost a million times to second place.
Yes.
That's the best way of putting it.
It's amazing. I'm loving this.
That's good too.
It's so classic, but still new.
Yes, giving me fresh stuff. Lois.
Even the look of the art is... Jimmy. Like, very... I don't know. It's got a... Superman animated series sort of vibe and the colours, palette and stuff, but it's still very today's art.
Very modern.
Yeah, very modern. Like it feels like Dawn of DC newness. Yeah. Like that's
the colour choices are sort of timelessy, classicy. I feel. Yeah, I don't know. It's just good.
Yeah, I'm loving this so far.
That's good. Because there was a while there you were pissed off because you were buying the wrong book for a while.
Yeah. Superman is the pick for me right now. Like, action is cool, but this is amazing.
Because this is Superman. The other one's Super Team.
Yeah.
It's different, right?
Yeah,
it's different.
Yes. And is the team really that super?
Well, it's like
7 Supermans.
Super times 10.
Yeah. Overload suits.
Yeah, this is awesome.
All right, next up, some of the best art in comics today. Stargirl, the Lost Children, 6 to 6. Jeff Johns, Todd Knuck, killing it. My God, this book was so good.
There's a couple of double-page splashes on that. They're just phenomenal.
Like, every second one.
Even that one. That was the one, sorry. It wasn't a double page.
Ooh. Yeah, that super detailed, like, old face.
Yeah.
Like a good
but the big double pages are fantastic.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah,
like even the one in the... Yeah, it's just so good. He rules.
And do more.
I think he's doing a Marvel book next.
Oh, is it?
What?
It's like, it's it's the next flashbacky book. It's like Magneto. When Magneto was running the school where Xavier's School and New Mutants era, like
yeah.
Magneto.
Ooh.
I was like, oh yeah,
interesting.
Yeah,
another fucking X-Men book.
Yeah,
he's got kids in it.
Yeah.
Well, smart.
Yeah, that's what he does, right? That's what he does best.
You find out who hired Miracleman, why, and oh my God.
But also, I think they do a great job of explaining who this Hourman is.
Yes.
From the future, for you don't know. They give you one page to explain who he is.
Jeff Johns. He brought him in. I think.
Yeah, who the bad guy of the piece was, and when he rocks up is fantastic. Fantastic. And then it's sweet when somebody they're trying to save him more. And
Yeah, he's like, no,
and-
I've got to do this.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like,
but then it's like, on that page where they're
holding
he's
on.
in the thing and they're all holding on. We'll go together. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
beautiful.
and he's like, I'm letting go.
Yeah,
I gotta go.
I got to do this. It's so good, so touching. And then the Young Justice Society,
Yeah.
which is such a great name, and she's like, you can't be on 3 teams. I have to do English and French and calculus and all the same as well. I can do this.
Yeah, she rocks up at home with like friggin' 30 kids because they couldn't go back to their time. Like,
Yeah,
not possible because
Yeah.
too much paradoxes.
yeah. So they're coming to our timeline.
Yeah, and they're just moving in my house.
And then,
there's a self-written story right there, so that's perfect. So
yeah.
that's the story. That's the next story coming through.
Well, it
or-
says
that's-
that they're in just JSA 6 or
Yeah,
whatever.
Justice-
Right.
And I hope they get another mini at least. I don't know
I
how
hope he
ongoing,
draws
but-
it.
Huh?
I hope he draws it.
Yes.
But if he's going to do Marvel book,
It's
I
probably
think
just a mini, so
Yeah, no, but I
And he's
think
a fast dude, I think.
I was just going to say I reckon they'll wait till everything's in the can.
Yeah, for sure. Well, because John's is a bit of a problem on your release schedule. JSA's had 3 issues in. Issue 4's coming out this week. Ooh, and it's well and truly been 6 months.
he's not writing Dark Knights of Steel, is he?
No one talks about that. All right, next up, maybe the funnest comic in all of comics. Batman Superman, World's Finest, 15. This book is amazing. We say it all the time.
It was amazing.
Fable. It is
Dare I say, it was amazo.
amazo.
Eh?
New Mazer.
New man.
New
That's
Mazo.
right, like every other page. The Batman Metal Man.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Mate, chef's kiss.
yeah.
I put the book down like, goddamn, that is awesome. I just have to like look at it like, that's so cool.
And then that's not enough because you get Metamorpho turning into a suit for Superman.
Yes.
That was great.
And his face is on the
Yes.
shield.
Talking.
Yeah.
So cool. Art is great. Book is great. So fun.
I just want to know how they work. Like, is it just what would you like to draw, Dan Mora, or is it just Wade coming up with
It's Wade. And
the
there's,
coolest
like,
stuff, and he just
Yeah,
can't wait to see how he's going to make this.
That's
look.
what I reckon.
Yeah?
Boys, yeah, what can I make more?
Like,
what can I get?
what do I want to see?
Yeah.
What do I want to see comic books? He's gone like he's 7 years old and he's
Yeah.
writing comic books.
Because it is so comic booky, but in the best way
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah. Heaps of that, like, cutting into action that's already started
Yeah.
in this issue.
This is going to go into a list for the end of the year.
Oh, yes.
I love that the Metal Men were like, our job is to take safety.
Yep.
They'll be fine.
I can't wait
He's
to
gonna
see
fucking
Metamorpho
die.
going off.
He's going to die.
Yeah.
We got to get him to safety. That's great.
Just even the
And even
fact that he's got all the robot guys.
Yeah,
like
man.
how comic booky is that?
yes.
I got all the robot mad scientists
Yeah.
building me shit. It's just
Oh yeah, it started like you got like you cut to different robots just going berserk.
yes.
That was great.
Yeah,
Starting-
Uprising.
Yeah, Uprising was great. It's like just a damn good book.
Or what other book do you see? Batman, Superman, Robin, Metamorpho, Doom Patrol,
Yeah.
Metal Men.
Challenges Unknown, Teen Titans, Supergirl, all in one book.
I cannot name one Marvel book you'd ever see that in.
And like I've got like real soft spot for the Metal Men, and like every time they're in a book, I'm down. I love the Metal Men.
They've never looked cooler.
No.
What's Dan Mora?
Yeah.
Well, Ivan Reis drew him in New 52
Yeah.
Justice League.
Yes.
And that
Oh,
looked-
that'd be
Oh
cool.
man, I raised can make anything.
Fucking
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. The book's fun. Next up, Superman Lost, issue 3.
Star
How was
Trek.
this?
Star Trek.
Oh, very Star Trek.
It's Star Trek.
I was like, what?
yeah.
It's Star
I
Trek.
see.
It's Star Trek. I was reading like this is the
Star
episode
Trek.
of Star Trek.
Yeah.
Star Trek.
And it's amazing.
Oh, because it's him in space issues.
Yeah,
sort of thing?
yeah.
But like how he like what he deals with and the whole thing, it's just like it's a Star Trek episode because he's in space and he's
Fucking
got
great.
Space
chicks.
dolphins.
space dolphins
42?
and he's got the suit is explained why it's a solar battery.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
That's the same as the mech suit, wasn't it?
Oh.
With the...
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And this is very interesting to me because I've never seen Superman in a situation like this before. Where he's,
A moral quandary like that.
yeah, and also just in general where he's lost in space.
Yeah.
He's been flying for 250 days.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
insane. He's been doing nothing but flying in space for fucking 200 days.
hold on a second, I may have missed a page. When I was reading.
I think it's early on in the beginning.
No.
Oh.
I went from this page to like this page.
Oh.
I missed this page.
Oh, okay. And there's not much.
Oh no, it's not much, but I
It's great art there.
keep talking while I read this page. Alright, I'm done. So yeah, you didn't read this. Go and explain me.
No, I'm not going to explain shit. I'm just going to say, is it in DC fashion that this is 3 of 10, so it'll finish in about 2026?
Yeah.
Yeah?
No.
Are you not scheduled for
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
So he's got the suit and he's like trying to figure out where Earth is, and the suit doesn't know where Earth is because space is a bit big.
Yes.
And he's like, estimates how long? He's
Just
like,
look for the flat one.
Yeah.
Jesus.
350 trillion years it'll take. You know, it's a theoretical guess.
Woo.
And then he finds space dolphins who tell him they know where Earth is, but they have an ulterior motive.
Yeah, and they're like
Well, they are the-
super
they are the-
luminal space dolphins.
They are the dicks of the sea, so yeah.
So he hitches a ride on them because they can go faster than light.
Yeah.
And he can't because
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
And yeah, and he goes on the planet. He goes, you know, planet has got his vortex and it's trapped there, calves. So he's going to go into the planet to, you know, fight the planet. And the planet's like, the calves they're killing us. You know, they're eating all our things. And
yeah, you see this being it looks like it's made out of sand, and then it forms into Superman and starts fighting him. Then you find out that there are tons of microscopic organisms, like trillions and trillions of them. That's the whole planet.
Oh.
And the dolphins are there to eat them all,
Cool.
to
and
feed
so
on.
that's why they've got the vortex
Yeah.
to stop the dolphins eating them. And Superman's like, well, he doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, can you just make the vortex so that it stops them coming in? And I'm like, yeah, it was really good.
That's what they eat. That's what they eat.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And
Wow.
it ends on a bit of a bummer too.
The sticks of the sea and space. So yeah, the dolphins just fuck off and leave him stranded.
So it's like in Simpsons.
And they and,
Who are
and
gonna
his,
die?
his survival gear gets sucked into the wake with them.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he's stuck in the middle of nowhere
With
no survival gear.
Just the suit.
It's like a little
That
yeah,
red
he's got
thing-
the suit
the
and
suit,
a little
but that's smashed at the end, isn't it?
yeah, a little AI thing that
He breaks.
he breaks because it's annoying.
Which
Hey, do you want to go back to the planet you came from? That'll take another fucking 200 days. Yeah.
Fair enough.
yeah,
Probably female voice too, so annoy you even more.
this book is great.
It's so cool.
Well, when it was announced, you're like, ooh,
Yeah.
priest on Superman, you're going to get something different.
Yeah.
Like, you're not just going to do your normal shit.
Nail
Too
on the
smart.
head, you know, Star Trek. Every
It's Star Trek,
issue is going to be
yeah.
kind of self-contained, him going on a journey
Like
through
in like
space.
pretty
original
cool.
Star Trek, like it's all a lesson or a moral
Yeah.
thing that Star Trek
The
did.
moral
That's
quandary
perfect.
and shit.
God damn.
It was great.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm buying this trade for sure.
Yeah, fuck some green chicks.
Yeah. Next up, Samurai Doggy number 6.
Do
Is
this
this
on a
the
couple of
end?
lizard people.
This is the end? Question mark, question mark. The company's going out of business and we'll just start with a new company when they're ready to go. Yes, it's the end of this 6-issue arc. This issue 6 was just the beginning of building the bigger world. So it's a fight scene with one of the brothers that goes down very interesting
wow.
because he just goes savage.
Yeah.
Absolute savage. But then the father finds out and he's ready to leave, and the kid that he was helping trying to get on the merry-go-round thing, he's there, his mother burying him, and he's like, my son shouldn't have died for nothing, he needs to be avenged and all this shit.
He got his ride.
And then he got stomped. So then the book essentially ends him going back to the city to get revenge, and so it's not the end, but it's the end with Aftershock or whatever that is, and it'll start a new somewhere else, I imagine. It's a fun book. Yeah, not much to see because it isn't the end.
They might rise from the ashes yet.
It will
Aftershock,
probably
we'll never know.
rise from the ashes depending how sales have been. The art's great, the story's fun. Yeah, we'll see if it comes back again.
A couple of Dark Horse books up next. Masterverse, final issue of this, with the sort of Netflix CG He-Man characters in the first story, and then sly little rip-offs of the movie characters at the end in the second story.
Oh.
Man at Arms and Teela. Movie Man at Arms and Teela.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yes. The first one was cool. It was like the He-Man and the Master of the Universe fighting fakers, basically. The whole team's the fakers of the whole team.
Oh, they're like clone doppelgangers.
Yeah.
Man, the art's
And they're like,
pretty
are they
sick.
clones? Are they? Oh, they're fakers, if you will, or whatever like that. I'm like, oh my god, I'm erect.
For the MCU, essentially, isn't it?
And then they blew underneath. So good.
Oh,
Yeah. So I was very excited. But yeah, it's cool. Seeing them in comics first time. It's cool. The second story was interesting. It's like, yeah.
I love Robot Orko and his faces.
It's the best. Yes.
Do you?
Yes.
But not much to talk about, but it was good. All in all, I've enjoyed the mini. Some hit and misses, like any kind of anthology-ish type book. But it was alright. Alright, boys, how did the finale of Clear go? This is the end, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Number 3 of 3?
Yeah. Unless you're reading it and there's an asterisk and it says see issue clear, number 4.
Hey!
Yeah, but wasn't this a web series?
Yeah.
I could have just removed that for this, but
Yeah. Got nobody in production at Dark Horse?
Isn't that what editors are for?
Yes.
I don't know.
Maybe it was like that book from a few months ago that didn't have an editor. Remember that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was an interesting little 3-part series. I love the art, the story itself. There was a lot to dive into in the first issue. A lot of turns and twists. Essentially, going back, the clear is around the veils, the way people want to see the world, and there's the black veils. There's illegal veils, and people want to stop the veils because the world is going to shit. Essentially, they've got these works. Is that how you'd say it?
I would say works.
Works, yeah, which are essentially robot workers.
Yep.
How spoiler are we gonna go? Full spoilery?
Yeah.
They're not robots. They're people that you think that there's a big veil over everyone, making you think that they are.
So
They're just slaves.
They're just slaves because
Wow.
they didn't.
no, slaves.
Well, those ones that didn't agree.
Because no one's ever really clear. Because the government has been secretly putting veils.
That was the next bit.
And then what they want to do is they put a little chip in that sort of brings down the world veil. So, this is, people are writing, we'll put a different veil and it's just like secret veils. So people don't see how shitty the real world is.
Yes.
So and that's sort of...
The whole plan was it was supposed to be this shared veil for the wife and the husband of their son. But what it actually was, it was a shared veil that was so big, it would fuck the network. And everyone for a couple of seconds would see what the real world actually looked like, and that's what they were hoping would be enough for everyone to revolt. Really interesting. Really, really cool. It's going to be a great trade.
Yeah. So everything, like the real world is in black and white. And
Yeah, that was really cool too. Yeah. There's a lot in it. It's a thick book. It was obviously 2 issues. See issue 4. But yeah, I really enjoyed the series. Going to be a cool trade. And just the art and the different styles of art. Seeing some more veils and shit throughout would have been cool, but I don't think it was...
If you had a longer run,
Probably,
you'd do
yeah.
more out of that.
Yeah.
Right?
I like my issue with the first one. Like, could at least show me different ones in the first issue, so you can sort of...
You get a vibe.
Even if it was just those scapes of a couple of panels of what they would see of different things. Like,
So that's what I sort of did, but I wanted like full page sort of thing.
Yeah,
not just like...
experience more of that world, or that, not
Yeah,
that world,
not,
but
because
that guy's...
what they showed was like a sort of a TV screen of somebody, and that's what their world they're seeing.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Interesting.
These are minor gripe.
Fair. Next up,
that's what we're here for.
the phenomenal finale of Junkyard Joe.
God
Jeff
damn.
Jones, go for it.
Jeff
This book is
Jones,
excellent.
Bro.
Excellent
Full
people.
rules. I think it's like oversized
Yes.
issue.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. She's,
Like, Geiger was good, but this was just
This-
good on a whole nother level.
Just some Iron Giant shit.
Yeah.
There's some wholesome shit,
Yeah.
Yes.
which is
God, that's amazing.
considering what happens in Geiger to Junkyard Joe, it's sort of maybe not. Considering the little cameo at the end, of like 2 of them, not just Geiger.
Yes, he was with a friend, I believe.
So an old friend.
Yes, very.
Oh, they're collecting the Blizzard. If you want to buy that,
Are they?
Yes.
I will buy that.
What's that?
That was
It's a secret one.
It was
That
in
was
the
it.
Image anthology.
the Jeff Johns image in Soul.
And then on the last issue of that, you find out it's connected to all this stuff.
Yeah.
On the last page, right?
Cheeky shit.
This book is just really good. There's not much to say, but it's like
Nah.
it's just good.
It finished about the way you
Yeah.
expected it to, and but it's just yeah.
Yeah.
Like for a book about a robot soldier and like government sus dudes coming to get him.
Yeah.
It was very just family
Yeah.
heartwarming.
It's about a robot Vietnam vet
Yeah.
with PTSD.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who wasn't, he was designed to be like a killing machine, but he made friends in Vietnam
Yes.
and broke his program.
Yes.
It was great.
Dude.
That was excellent. That little flashback, like 1-2 page flashback or whatever, and you're like, oh my god, yeah.
It's very schmaltzy, but when the town sort of...
Yeah.
I sort of, depending on the context of the thing, I either hate it or I dig it. And like,
It just worked enough, right?
Yeah.
Well, if it's not on the nose too much, it usually does work. But
Oh, but sometimes it's like... But then sometimes
But because you believe, like,
you would
because
believe.
Junkyard Joe in that is their whole town.
Yes, so and
Right?
it's very like popular in the
Yeah.
in the country.
Yes.
And also, like, that's all he wanted.
Yeah.
To feel, not like he's a monster.
Yes.
And it all comes together that way.
Yeah.
And like the little epilogue and Muddy's back to work.
Yeah.
Like that it's brought him, like,
Yeah.
he's lost everything, like, doesn't
Yeah.
care
Yeah.
at the start of the book because the wife's gone, he's
Yeah.
like, retired because fuck it. I don't know,
Yeah.
nothing left.
And then 7 months later, he's like,
Yeah.
he does a new thing.
And then Joe's doing a barbecue with a Hawaiian shirt.
Yes.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it's just lovely. Lovely comic book.
I love Junkyard Joe.
There's all this Matt Joe stuff.
Yeah,
is
Matt
great.
Joe.
Yeah. I want an action figure of Junkyard Joe.
Oh,
Yeah.
Maybe even like G.I. Joe style with a fabric
yeah.
fabric Hawaiian shirt.
and a fabric Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah, but then you need a Geiger one.
Nah,
I'll
just Junkyard Joe.
I'll just buy Junkyard Joe.
Maybe the controller or whatever he was called too, because he's
The custodian?
yeah, custodian. He's cool. Next up, Little Monsters 13. Funny. Jeff Lemire double coming up here, people.
Yeah, this is the end of a never-ending story when it comes to vampires, essentially. So this is the last book, but the way it ends, you could see this book come back in a different iteration.
Well, they have form for it. They did
don't
do
they?
Ascender and Descender.
Funny that.
Big monsters coming next.
No, you go medium, and then big, extra large,
There we go.
So the human
family pack.
Super size.
that was after him, ready to set all the traps, kind of got dealt with. You had a couple of the young ones going crazy because a couple of the other ones were hiding a young girl. That got sorted. Interestingly, that was quite a bit of a shock actually, the way that finished. But yeah, this book will come back in another iteration down the track as medium monsters. As you were just saying, yeah. But no, I enjoyed the ride. The Newen's art's excellent. It was a cool story. I really liked the whole thing around the children not knowing what was outside the city. After finding out, I found it a little bit weird that no one for hundreds of years ever came to the city once. I kind of find that a little bit weird when there were just other humans out and about around close-ish. Besides that, and then like they're walking around at the end, they just find another random kid out of nowhere. It's like, well, she's okay. Where are you?
Yeah.
So 300 years and nothing, and then
You meet random people
random
all the
people
time.
pretty in 12 issues, pretty often. So I enjoyed the story. It was a good twist on that vampire thing. So yeah, check out the trades when it comes out. Well, I think the first one will be out already.
Yes.
But yeah, if you like your vampire stuff, check it out.
All right. Next up, Lemire continues Phantom Road issue 3.
Am I the only one reading this?
Yeah.
Yep.
What is going on in this?
Okay, so we've got the alternate
Yes.
time shift kind of thing. So where there's the diner, and then there's those weird gloopy things. But this issue starts off with one of those weird gloopy things dead. So that guy killed it, but it's dead in the real world. So the coppers are looking at it, trying to go, it's a male. It's like, well, what makes you think it's a male? There's no genitalia. There's no cuts there saying it was a male. Something's been cut off. And then they're breaking down the truck accident, the chick, the truck driver. They are doing some really smart cop work. That's all most of this book is detective work, trying to figure out who they are, where they're going, and trying to figure out what the hell happened. Because there's the big crater in the road and shit like that from whatever the hell is in the back of the truck. It's building really well as a great mystery. I'm really enjoying it. The deputy is like a little, not an upstart, but a bit smart-assy, but also comes back and speaks to the chick at night and says it was this and this, and then that leads to, so he's probably going to continue helping her out and stuff. Bit of nudity, can't go wrong there. I'm really enjoying the story. I don't mean to seem weird, but it's just nice to see a Jeff Lemire adult story.
Yes.
I know we've had a few of them, don't get me wrong. We've had Primordial and we've had Maze Book and stuff like that, but this just seems straight out adults. It's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
No sad kitties.
Yeah, you don't need sad kitties in every story. And he writes them well. He must have been one. I don't know, but yeah. Well, he knows it deep. So, but no, this is a really cool story.
A new book going to be a sad kid too?
Yep. He's got a thing.
Well, I can't argue it. Like,
Successful?
well, it's successful, but also the evidence speaks for itself. The lineage of books of his is majority that kind of style. Interesting.
Next up, Dark Ride issue 6.
So what was wrong with your book?
Like one of those printing blurs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was all it was.
This book is great.
So
it just
good.
continues
Whoa.
to...
Yeah, flashback.
Yeah. It just continues the story of the family and the dad who made a deal with the devil.
Yeah. So this starts off with a flashback of the mum taking the young brother and sister out into the park, saying, "I'm okay, we can do this," and she was clearly struggling. And it's all black and white until the moment she just cucks up red blood, which was really poignant. And then, so there's 2 more issues in this arc. So it's an 8-issue arc, and this issue is all about trash. What happens to all the trash at the park? And we get to visit Trashland.
Yeah.
It's
that's great.
fucking creepy, man.
And the unhealthy obsession he has with the kid's mother.
Yeah, she's made like a big, what do they call
Effigy?
it? Effigy of her, and he's licking the leg of it. And, oh, man.
And she's made out of garbage.
Yeah,
Mixed
yeah.
people, I don't know.
Yeah, who'd do that? Without alcohol.
All this garbage. You
Let's just continue on.
you were trashed.
So this is the brother and the chick that her brother hung himself in the park.
Yeah, like
In the first issue, but that's not what happened. And then out of nowhere at the end, Dearest Daddy comes out of nowhere with a SWAT team and
to deal with the children.
to work with the. What I love about this
Hobbling sisters, brother and sister.
book is the variants, and they advertise them on the back of each issue for the next ones. They really go in depth with the screwing the Disney the Disney style of. I think there's a Frozen one for the next one.
Yeah.
It looks excellent.
I saw the Snow White one. I really wanted that.
Yeah, it is a brilliant book. I've really been enjoying this book, and the art and the colouring is just
Yeah,
Great.
yeah, it's really good, really good. Everything about it.
All right. Up next, The Amazing Ambassadors issue 4.
How was this? Didn't get around to this yet.
Very good.
Very good.
Very good.
Very good.
These are all selling out every time, mate. You don't have any back issues.
No, because I've done some second prints. We've got some in. I'm not sure if we've got ones at the moment, and I've been up in orders because people added.
I'll just get the trade.
Highly recommend.
Yeah,
it.
100%.
Let's get the
Yeah.
trade. 6?
Yeah, 6.
Yeah,
'cause
6.
yeah.
Isn't it 5?
No,
No,
it's
I
six.
think it's 6.
Yeah, 6 because Aussie's
No.
next.
Australia's next, and there's one more
Yeah,
after
Yeah, that's
that.
right. Yeah.
But so this is Brazil.
Yeah.
Okay.
With Oliver Copiel.
Shaving even.
Copiel?
Yeah, and this.
Oh, Copiel. Yeah, listen to this shit.
Man, art's great, obviously.
Yeah.
All the art's been great, but just
Yeah.
that's the point of the book. You get great artists
But yeah, it's like your main sort of character is like a priest, sort of.
who's been accepted.
Yeah. And he's like, you don't want none of it. He's like, I didn't sign up for this. I didn't.
Yeah.
He's like, no, 2,000 of you parishioners did that.
Ooh.
Yeah, because they finally got rid of all the drug lords and all the drugs in
Yeah.
town by a militia taking over, and the cops are just the drug dealers. And the
Yeah, so
criminals.
Brazil, so it's all
Yeah.
factional
yeah,
violence.
all
and
politicky
gang
stuff.
violence.
Yeah, and like one of his regulars at confessional is like the
An assassin for
Yeah.
one of the big.
and he's like, man, you should
Gangs?
Like, I don't know if you really get the point if you just come and
Yeah,
just say the same thing, get your thing, and go and do more. And she's like, well,
Yeah.
I've got a moral code. There's worse ones than me.
Yeah.
If I don't do it, they're killing me, and the next person's gonna be worse.
and I love that she got paid in cash and a bag of pills because I love you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, just when the dude takes over, like muscles in on the taxi crime boss sort of thing. He just
Yeah.
comes in, and it's just like, cool. You're my butler, and your kids are my fucking house cleaners.
Yeah.
I just love that show a
And it's
lot
like,
more
yep,
than I ever expected
cool.
to. I don't know why. That show is fucking excellent.
The flag shirt.
Yeah,
Even though
I'm not
seen
patriotic.
it around.
I'm patriotic, but I'm not that patriotic to wear
Wear
a
a-
flag shirt.
Nah, we're not a flag wearing people.
No,
Like,
that's
yeah,
right. Yeah, but
That's his
It looks
superhero
cool.
costume.
flag shirt.
So yeah, he gives her a second chance.
She looks good in the costume too.
So we'll see how that goes. You find out what her ex-husband's been up to.
Oh, that bit was
She
excellent.
fuck him up.
No.
Oh.
He gonna fuck her up, baby.
He's been amassing his own team of superheroes,
Oh, no.
all billionaires.
Yeah.
That I guess they've paid to become superheroes.
Yeah.
Is this gonna join? Yeah,
For sure.
for sure.
It was advertised in the back.
Of course it was. Yeah, of course it was.
Yeah.
So there'll be a fight, I guess.
Yes.
Superhero billionaires.
Yes. Well, the super villains.
Yeah.
Right? She's picking all good people.
Yeah.
Selfless people, generally. And he's just picking maybe the most selfish people.
People who bought their powers. And the dude's like, yeah, interesting. The next one's Straya.
Yeah. Can't wait. Can't wait.
Australia.
Straya.
Cannot wait. All right, next up for me. Old Dog, issue 4.
Yes.
How's this been going?
Pass it to me for a second.
yes.
I read it last Tuesday.
Yes. I dropped off when it started coming a bit late. I was like, maybe I'll trade it.
Oh, so this is a bit more. What's that? This is a bit more backstory on the daughter and how she went about trying to find the old man and everything like that. So that was really cool. And then a little bit more about this guy that was working with the old man that's come to try and take him down and, you know, taught you all the moves and all that kind of shit. Technically Show was doing really good with this. It has been a little bit late, which is a bit annoying. So it's a little bit of extra time between books, which sometimes makes it a bit tougher.
When it's a writer artist doing all the work, you get a bit more leeway.
Definitely.
But I was like, I might just come back when it's done.
We'll trade or whatever. I think will be a great go for this. But I really enjoy the art. I do love a good artist writer.
Yeah.
All in one. It's a go.
That's cool. All right.
Is this last? No, it's not.
It's last. It's
It's
last.
last.
Technically.
Okay.
Book of the week. Arguably, because there's some good books this week, actually. But Nemesis.
Books of the fortnight.
Yes. Issue 5. The finale. Spoilers will probably be coming.
Yeah.
And you're gonna want
to.
them. You're gonna want them. You want because you're gonna want to jump on.
Yes.
No, mate. It speaks for itself. What he's been building in the background without anyone exactly realizing.
Yeah. And it kind of makes me okay with what they're doing with Nemesis.
The
right?
change?
The change.
100%.
Yeah.
And it's a good reason to do it if it's part of this bigger conglomerate.
Yeah, it fits.
Bring it the fuck on.
Yeah, he fits right in.
Yeah.
With
Because old Nemesis wouldn't, right?
No,
Like,
no.
the concept was different.
Yeah.
But yeah, you get the whole thing. He's got the copper mare, whatever, strapped to the.
It's up to the nuke in LA, asking him a bunch of questions with a very sensitive lie detector in it. and starts questioning him around himself and his partners, and then around a certain junkie couple that we find out that he fully set up. So there was this murderer going around killing a bunch of people, and they couldn't figure out who the fuck it was, so they pinned it on a couple of junkies. They did not expect his son to grow up to be trained as a mad criminal and get revenge in the way he got revenge, which was digging up his parents after they got... Oh, sorry. Let's just go back. You set up my parents not only to get jail time, you knew they were going to get sent to get lethal injection and die, but that was fine to keep your clean record. Okay, no worries. So here is my parents in a dumpster, and I'm just going to lock you in there with them forever, under a building where you said you wanted to be in the big house in the
City Hall forever.
In City Hall forever. You're underneath it now. No one can hear you knocking.
Because this kind of... Well, the first version of Nemesis, he was like the Joker, right? This is like Bizarro Batman.
Yes.
100%.
Yes. My favourite bit may have been the old couple that helped out, like an issue or two ago, who they are and what their deal is.
So
they were the serial killers.
They were the two killers that were never found.
Oh, wow.
They were the ones killing them all.
What the hell?
Right?
So he gives them an opportunity. You kill the other one, and
we're gonna have a duel.
You'll have a duel, and the living one can be my butler.
What the shit?
Dude.
Yeah.
Bang, she kills him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you haven't looked?
Oh, you didn't know?
No.
Holy fuck.
We haven't even got to the big spoilers, people.
Okay.
So, the whole story...
Well done, Mark Miller, I guess.
Oh, yes.
The whole story around this Nemesis Reloaded has been the forgotten president. So in between Carter and Reagan, there was another... I think I got that right. There was another president, and he's been completely forgotten about. And the whole thing was, why? The whole reason why was there was fucking superheroes. Real superheroes.
I think there's one left. I pushed it on somebody. Blake the other day was picking it up, and we realised he hadn't read it. And I'm like, you need to buy this trade, man, before you read this.
Read this first. Yeah.
Is this what at the back you're talking? Yeah. So let's just make sure I get this all fucking right.
Yeah. Pretty sure this one.
Um.
I ordered some more the other day. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, because I asked last week, I think.
Yeah. But I had one at the back.
Oh, okay.
So then a bunch of... So it was in 86. Let's just go through it. 86 supervillains got together and they beat all the heroes down once and for all. And they took over the world and made everyone forget that it ever existed. And that's where we are
I saw
now.
that page. I'm like,
Hang on.
hang
That
on.
was
I
familiar.
go back. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. So his mentor takes him into a large room, which was where he was fighting to get to in this whole book, fighting that chick with the mirrors.
I'll leave it that else.
And we get a large red cape. The last remnants reminding us that he existed. Proof. So Nemesis gets brought into the fraternity, and we now see the culmination of all of Mark Miller's work. Since almost the inception of Mark Miller's work, most of it all coming together.
Yep.
For what's coming in July, called Big Game. And if you know your Mark Miller stuff from way back in the day, and you notice that character that's sitting in the middle, is from this book. Right?
He's the first Miller World book.
The first Miller World book. And if you haven't read that, don't watch the movie. Don't watch the movie. Read
Come back in 2 weeks.
Read the Eminem and Halle Berry book.
Yes.
Don't need the last page, I guess. Was that the consensus of the...
I liked that.
Really?
People got a bit bent out of shape out of it. But he's a prick.
That McDonald's scene.
What's
So
the
Wanted...
Lucha mask from freaking...
Yeah, we'll get to that. It's all connected. It's all connected.
Even the Jesus book?
I didn't see it.
No.
No, I don't think so.
Which
I think
makes
that might be
sense.
the only one that's not really.
So we've got some
But there's some shit that...
Big time Mark Miller shit
So
coming.
Jupiter's legacy
Yeah. Yeah.
was them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were the suits.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kingsman and
Yeah, how
that's-
some of these are going to fit, you know,
That's the
I'm not quite
one
sure.
I'm the most intrigued.
in Kick-Ass.
That's the other one. Kingsman and Kick-Ass are my most two intrigued.
Ambassadors
Well,
as well.
Yeah.
Oh, because this would be the rebirth of superheroes.
Yeah.
Yep. Then you also got
And people are going to start remembering and stuff or whatever.
Super Crooks as well.
Starlight.
Chromonauts, which I've got to read that. Superior's part of it. Nightclub, which has got 2 issues left to go.
Yeah.
Issue 5 comes out this week.
If he pulls off this big
Yeah,
time,
Yeah.
you're going to be like... Because it was not planned.
Because it's so funny.
But if he can make this all work...
Yeah.
Fuck, bro.
After I'm reading
Round
it,
of
because this
applause.
was like the
100%.
second book I read when I got... And then
yeah,
I'm just
first
like,
book of the week
holy
for me this
shit.
week.
And then I see all the fraternity stuff, and I see all the books, and then I see Wanted. I'm like, oh, hang on. And I'm like, oh, they're fucked up here. They're really, like they're talked about him. They've got him. You're a dickhead, Jason. He's on the back cover. It's all on the back cover. So damn good. Whew.
Yeah.
Whew.
Nuts.
Unreal.
Like, well done to Mark Miller for.
Oh,
Fucking A.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, because Starlight, I'm not sure how that's gonna.
I'm sure he's. Look, I would
Oh,
say
there's gonna
he's
be
got.
some
He knows
stretches.
what he's doing.
yeah.
It's all his stuff. He's
Some
sort of-
previews have come out, right?
Yeah.
And I think Starlight was in one
Yeah.
of the previews.
So Starlight's alright because he's an old man, fighter pilot that went to space. Or I think more like the...
And not all of them. Some of them are just going to weave
Yes.
little bits in as opposed to a deep
Yeah.
cut straight in
I'm
like,
more like
Wanted will be.
Superior.
Yeah.
Like, how does that fit in? Same thing though. There's a line in there. It's like because we forgotten superheroes. That's why the movie is like. That's why it's all movies of superheroes because there's a remnant thing. It's like even the characters, the heroes we didn't kill, that the actors I think that's from Wanted. The actors think the heroes that are not heroes anymore that we didn't kill. They just think they're actors in movies, and you're like, oh, like that's some crazy she's gonna pull together.
Yeah.
Crazy shit.
Wow.
Yeah, I need to read Wanted together.
No, if he pulls it off, well done, Mark Miller.
Bloody
Like,
oath.
this that you're like dead set. You're flicking through.
I'm so glad I didn't flick.
And
I'm
you're like-
so glad I didn't flick.
Dylan showed me. I'm like, what? Yeah, it was insane. Insane.
It would have been interesting. So the billionaires, bad guys in Ambassadors, do we know what they're called yet?
No, I don't think so.
So that fraternity, what are they from another?
Wanted.
Are they from? Oh, fuck,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah.
Fuck, it's been, now I
Yes,
need to
yes,
go
yes,
back.
yes.
It's been so long. Shit. Because I was, okay.
Yeah, some books might need a bit of a reread.
Oh, 100%. And a purchase as well. There's a
Pull
couple.
out me box of Mark Miller.
Because I don't even know what, was it Husk or Huck?
Huck.
I don't even know what Huck is.
He's is that a dude that got superpowers sort of thing?
Yeah. There's a couple there. Space Bandits. Interesting.
Yeah.
And miles per hour. Does anyone know what that one is?
Uh,
MPH.
it's the same thing as like kids that get superpowers.
Okay.
I think it's like drugs or something. I bought it. I don't even read that one.
Okay. Bring it on.
Yeah.
Who's the artist? Because has he ever done stuff?
Pepe Larraz.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like been Marvel's #1 for the last few years.
Doing what?
Powers of X.
He did both?
One of them. I can't tell you which one. But like he's been Marvel. They earmarked him as he's #1. You know what I mean? In the last few years, put him on launch books, stuff like that, and that's why Mac Miller was like, "Yeah, I stole Marvel's #1." It's like, 'cause I pay better than anyone. That's what that's what he says. Yeah, fantastic.
Well, that's usually how it works, isn't
Yes.
it? Usually pay to get the best. You pay for quality.
Yeah.
Usually. Usually.
You know, do you get different once the Netflix deal came? But in the old days, you also were like, you're probably going to get a nice big option check as well.
That's right. Yeah, bloody oath.
Now I don't know how that would work.
No,
Right? It's
yeah.
a bit different, but yeah. Dylan, did you read anything else?
What
Yes.
did you read, Dylan?
What?
What did you read?
I read a book that is 15 years old called Cressy
Just tell you like it.
by Warren Ellis. And
Avatar and their constant pages of back issue in the previews
Yeah.
has finally paid off
so yeah, in previews, they've got nothing new.
for like a decade. It's just ads of all their shit that
And
they still got.
They've got their own
New
big
movie just
section.
came out, didn't it? I'm joking.
So I saw this and I saw Cressy, and I was like, oh, is that like the Battle of Cressy, like 100 Years War? And yes, it was. So I had to order it, And man, this book is very interesting because the number one goal of it is to be informative. It's almost like watching a documentary, which is really weird. So it's from the perspective of the British. They're over in France.
Moly.
Oh, that is detailed.
The art is incredible.
Yeah.
And so, and the detail, the attention to detail on that page that you were looking at, you see, it's raining. All of the archers, all of their bows are unstrung. They're all wrapped. They're all tied up to keep them safe from the rain. And that's what they did. These little tiny details. The whole book is about the hands-on, gritty. What was it like? What did they do? There's like 2 pages explaining different arrowheads and what they do, and it's all right. It's all great. It's amazing. If you're really into learning about history, funnily enough, read this Warren Ellis book.
Warren Ellis is a smart and educated man. Right?
Yeah, I couldn't believe it because I wasn't expecting that level. I was expecting the usual. Okay, this is
unreal.
Yeah, and it's so informative. It goes into things like what kind of wood the English longbow was made out of. The heartwood is on this side. The sapwood is on the other side. It was a law in England if you were a man to practice the longbow on Sundays. And that's all in there. All of this historical fact is in there. It blindsided me. And it's really cool. And it's super brutal. Lots of swearing.
As you expect.
That's what you want.
That's Warren Ellis.
Yeah, and there's actually
page, beautiful.
There's actually bits where the artist has basically drawn the Bayeux Tapestry, and the Bayeux Tapestry is this massive embroidery that tells the story of the Norman conquest when the Normans came to England and took it over, and he's drawn bits of the fucking tapestry in there when they're talking about the backstory.
The artist is...
Yeah, I've never heard of him.
Raulo Caceres.
Beautiful.
Yeah, this is really good. If you want your super brutal medieval stuff, but also like learning things, 100% go for this.
I only like the brutalness.
It is a very, very, very small market.
That's why they still got some first printings in warehouse.
Yeah, I'm like
Avatar.
maybe 30% of that market sitting here.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I stumbled upon it, but I don't know who else would enjoy this.
Well, we should get one in from Mike, actually.
Oh yeah, just like why? Yeah, wouldn't he have got it?
Maybe.
Oh, that's right, maybe.
Anything else, Dylan?
I think that was about it.
Dave, anything else for you?
Just gotta wait for Dylan's direction to go down. Okay.
It's never gone down after
Never
I
wait
read
for
that.
that.
Yeah.
It's staying up. As long as this is visible to me, it is not going.
Alright.
Just look away, Dave.
Let's look away. I read Black Cloak number 5.
Oh yeah, how's that going? Is that finished yet?
It's getting there. I think the next issue might be the last because you find out because the mum's implicit in the son's murder now.
Okay.
You find out what possibly the reason is, and it's a bit lackluster. The art still leaves a lot to be desired. It's just, but you find out the reason. Spoilers, I don't care. Like a little mythical Tucker, like it's a little creature, like a, I guess,
Goblin-y type thing.
a little fox dragon style thing. Anyway, you find out they've been breeding them under the castle, and like no one's seen one for hundreds of years, or like a few, like half a century or something like that. Who knows? But yeah, like you find out they're breeding them and they're just keeping them captive downstairs underneath, and it's like, is this enough of a reason to, kill or get your son killed? Like I'm not sure. But yeah,
Now, was he going to expose this?
possibly, yeah. It was most likely going to, because it turned out like I think he actually did it himself. So
So he was doing this.
whoever found out would leave, like, will keep the trail cold for the person who was going to kill him anyway, because like, oh, okay. But anyway, yeah. That's all I read.
Nathan,
I read Planet of the Apes 2.
how was that?
Very good.
I did like the first issue.
Yeah, no, it was good.
Is he play the piano?
Couldn't sure. It's like more about. It's mainly the backup is about. It's about the cult that are killing apes.
Yep.
They've sort of you think they've taken down Switzerland because they had apes, and it's about the United Nations, the World Health Organization, sort of coming into to get these monkeys, these apes,
Damn dirty apes.
because all the other apes are being killed
Sure.
by the cult, and then it's about also sort of cuts back to Borneo, where these orangutans are living peacefully with humans, just like chilling out, reading books and eating fruit, and just riding bikes and fishing and stuff like that. It was great. I don't know. I dig it. I just like Planet of the Apes, man.
Yeah.
And it's entertaining.
Nice.
Was there something else? Probably. I read 1 million books this afternoon. Yeah.
Yes. Thumbs?
I read 2 trades of Stillwater. I got the 3rd trade to finish off and read that, so I'll have that done by next week. So that's been really good. Stillwater's about a town that no one ages in. No one dies. No one ages. So if you do something wrong in the town, you can't really. Can't do normal punishments and so forth. So if you do something wrong, they bury you in the center of town for a week. So you're just underground.
Not dying.
Don't have to eat. Don't have to. Yeah. But the craziest part, which is the revelation from like the 2nd trade, is the kids. Because the kids don't age, but they look innocent because they're kids. But they've been around, and no one watches the kids. And the kids, yeah, man, it's creepy as fuck. So cool. So yeah, I'll have the last trade read for that next week. But what I did read, and I wish I'd brought in, because the art in that's phenomenal. But I almost think the art in my one's a little bit better. I don't know. Mainly because, so what I read was Doctor Strange and Doctor Doom Triumph and Torment, which is, fuck, I can't think of the name.
Mike Mignola.
No, but the writer.
Roger Stern.
Roger Stern. What a fucking story.
Yeah, book rules.
Unbelievable book. Book essentially is around Doctor Doom manipulating Doctor Strange to help him go down to the Netherrealm to get his mother's soul back from Mephisto.
I think I've heard about this.
It's phenomenal. Those Mephisto, and so Mike Mignola from Hellboy fame is the artist, but it's very early Mike Mignola art. Does not look anything like you see in his most recent Hellboy stuff.
You can see it's Mike Mignola, but there's no heavy inks that he put into his Hellboy stuff.
No, it's just very.
He's working the house style.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's beautiful. The early stuff of the Ancient One telling the story and stuff like that was really cool. But yeah, once they get into the Netherrealm with all the Mephisto stuff and just the cockiness of Mephisto and the way that it all comes about and they do what they do at the end is just such a... The art was phenomenal, but the Roger Stern writing around it just really gave it that extra punch to go, holy shit, that was phenomenal.
Is this the story where Doom's like, I don't care if she hates me as long as she's...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
That
don't
was
care
great.
what she thinks of me. I just
Yeah.
want her to be...
Yeah.
I just want her to be... What's
Go on. Not from you now.
Yeah.
You know, it's your
Yeah.
mum.
Yes.
Yeah, bro.
Right.
Yeah. But the way they... phenomenal. So,
Book rules, man.
that's one of the best things I've read in a long time. I think... got to be up there, maybe even a little bit better than The Oath.
I think it's the best Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I think it's
story
probably
there
the
is.
best Doctor Strange that I've read so far.
The Oath might be my favourite because it was just
It's fun. It's,
Yeah,
and
but
the Night
that-
Nurse and everything like
yeah.
that, but this was just...
Doom and Strange.
But also Doom, the manipulation of Doom too. Like it starts off with a test to be the Sorcerer Supreme, who is going to be the Sorcerer Supreme, and whoever comes second gets to ask the task of the Sorcerer Supreme. So essentially it was, Doom knew he wasn't going to win, but he knew by doing everything he was going to do, he could manipulate Stephen Strange to help him without asking for help.
Yeah.
The Doom way. Yeah. It's so fucking good. Yeah. I'll probably read it again soon. So good.
I read Ghostlore, I think it was, from Boom.
Ghostlore, yeah.
That was
It's Ghost Dad. The talking about Bill Cosby movie.
very interesting. It's like the dad's a preacher. Less and less people come into mass. The town's like, faith gone. You know what's going on. He's got a teenage daughter. She's all moody and 2 more years and I'm out of here. Going to New York, whatever. And the boy's just shut down, not talking, whatever. And then they go to church, whatever. Way home, they're arguing with the daughter about her attitude and the kid, like your brother, blah, blah. And the brother starts talking, and starts telling him what happened. And it's like, a couple of months ago, me and my friends after church, there's a new girl that moved to town. A family moved to town. She was weird, nobody liked her, and we were picking on her in the woods. And she turned out to be like demon kid or witch kid.
Nice.
And like, she killed the two other boys. And they're like, that's why the town's born, because no one, this perfect little town, what's happened to these two boys? They just disappeared, no one knows, right?
Yeah, right.
And so like, she's telling that, and then the daughter's driving home, and she sees like a ghost in the middle of the street, crash, and like they're all messed up. And then the kid, is that where maybe the kid starts talking there? I can't remember. This was like the first thing I read like last week. And dad screwed up and daughter screwed up. And there's ghosts everywhere. And the kid's talking and starts telling the story. I think it's because he's dead. And like the mum's dead and the father and the girl, the only two that survive out of the whole family car. And there's ghosts everywhere converging on this girl because she can see dead people. And just like, this was cool.
Wow.
Interesting.
That's an independent book, I'm guessing.
Boom.
Yeah. Boom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was very good. And that's about all, I think.
Nice.
Okay.
Whew.
We've already gone longer than most episodes.
Jesus Christ.
And we are not
Dave
done
was
yet.
right.
We're not done yet.
Dave looks dead.
Break time. Go home, Dave.
Next, Dylan. Go. Fuck. You make freaking thingy longer.
Good! Good! We got a trailer for a movie called The Creator.
Looks fantastic.
It
Everybody
looks
should
so
watch it.
cool. It's filling the Neil Blomkamp shaped hole in my soul right now.
Yeah, that's fair.
From the same director as Rogue One,
Yes.
so the only good Star Wars movie we've had in a couple of decades.
Very timely with its AI-ness.
Very
Yeah.
timely with the writer's strike.
It's Skynet next. What's next?
It's Skynet, but they got little holes in their heads.
Yeah, they're cool looking designs.
Yeah.
Movie looks gorgeous.
It looks amazing. We also got Five Nights at Freddy's trailer.
Yeah.
It wasn't much. Like a little teaser.
It's a teaser. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you're
yeah.
like, okay.
It's always been a cool concept as a game and stuff. With the special effects and everything, going to pull it off pretty well.
Yeah.
There's obviously not Five Nights at Freddy's, but there was a Willy's Wonderland Nicolas Cage movie that came out last year where he's like the cleaner and
It's a similar kind of thing.
and
right?
all the animatronics come alive and he has to kill the shit out of them. So yeah, this probably won't be as good because there's no Nick Cage.
Yeah. Okay. Another trailer for Secret Invasion, which is coming up real soon.
There's a bit extra in this. There wasn't huge
Yeah.
amount of stuff, but
Much the same, not enough Amelia Clark next.
so
She's overrated.
what's it? We get that in a month. It's 21st of June.
I think so.
I
Yeah.
remember seeing. So
Yeah. I like the look of it. How it's grounded. And...
yeah.
My favourite quote was Ben Mendelsohn this week.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, oh, Marvel's not going to like you. This one's for the adults.
Nice.
Straya represent.
And Mendelsohn as well. Like
Yeah,
that. He's just good in everything. He like.
Well, I think I don't know if it was my favourite role or my most interesting role or.
Oh, shit,
Yeah,
okay.
you're like, man, that dude's done some
Yeah.
cool shit.
Yeah. Idiot box. Wow.
See Westfields.
Bloody oath.
Okay, and we got a cinematic trailer for the new Mortal Kombat game, Mortal Kombat 1.
Not
Think
violent enough.
No,
It's like Xbox One, essentially.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not to be confused with Mortal Kombat,
Which
Mortal
it won't be
Kombat.
available on.
the movie Mortal Kombat, and the other movie Mortal Kombat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a brutal trailer.
It's insane.
For Mortal Kombat, no.
Yeah, I know.
And we got a potential DLC leak, right? So, like a listing came on Amazon in some country.
Italy, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, they sort of the rumor way before that even
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
came out.
So, it looks like potentially you might have Omni-Man, Homelander.
So two bad Supermans.
Yeah.
It's a bit weird, right?
And Peacemaker. So, Homelander can do what Omni-Man can do, but he also has heat vision. So that's what I'm a bit confused
bit
about.
odd.
Yeah, they've got the same powers. They can do the same thing, except Homelander can do more.
Yeah, but Omni-Man could be a bit stronger in some ways.
And I just think,
Yeah, for sure.
I just think Omni-Man's... So many people are going to be like, who the fuck is Omni-Man?
And bit, I don't want to sound weird, but too cartoony. Like they're trying to make them real people.
Yeah, he won't look like cell shaded.
Yeah.
You know, they'll do a full.
They'll make it
proper
photo real.
Yeah,
That'll be weird.
Just have
there's going to be a
Take
Johnny, Jean-Claude Van Damme skin for Johnny Cage.
Yeah. It's about time. 'Cause did you see Spawn in Mortal Kombat 11?
Yes.
Yeah. Fucking awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, having two Supermen.
It's weird.
Yeah, because I was
It's like the
like
upcoming-
Homelander, cool, and also Omni-Man, like it's just another bad Superman.
It's
Yeah.
about as null and void as that upcoming Thunderbolts movie. Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I'll be buying it.
Yeah. Like, it just made me think about all the crazy DLC that they did in the last game. You had fucking John Rambo, Robocop, Terminator.
You know what? It could be like,
It's insane.
you know, a flip character. So they're both
Oh,
the
like
same.
an Echo Fighter kind of thing?
Yeah.
But Omni-Man doesn't have heat vision.
And I don't think
matter.
Well, it
Homelander will
does
be able to
kinda.
go into space.
Yeah. Homelander's big thing is heat vision.
But then, like, if you could do Terminator, you could do different models, but they do sort of the same thing, you know, like...
Just as long as they bring back babalities.
What's the
Oh,
last time
Mr.
they had
Guy.
fatalities?
Coming in at the bottom, and it's like...
Oh, the only time?
Like,
Toasty!
yeah.
I was outraged.
So dumb.
It's just a, response, not like that in friendship. It's like, oh, Mortal Kombat's too violent.
Oh, that's it. When I watched that trailer today, I'm like, God damn, how times have changed. Like,
Yeah,
in
man.
Mortal Kombat 3, it was... Yeah.
I mean, we've got...
Bart Simpson was an outlaw
Yeah.
in the 90s.
We've got...
And we got the R rating now, so...
The whole reason video game ratings exist is because Mortal Kombat. Like, it's nuts.
Oh, I thought it was Leisure Suit Larry.
Okay. Alright, here it is. The main event. Nin, what was your film flashback?
American Ninja.
American Ninja.
0%
On the
critic
Rotten
rating.
Tomatoes.
That's a bit harsh.
Yeah, honestly,
100%.
honestly.
Way too harsh.
It's
honestly.
fucking way better than that piece of shit we had to watch the week before.
Yep.
Like, just is.
100%.
I'd watch this
100%.
again over...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
5 minutes in, you've got a mad action sequence. There's freaking background music.
Yes.
Stuff is happening.
There's
fucking-
ninjas!
The chicks, meh.
Oh,
She's alright.
she was so annoying.
So
Yeah, but it's,
Oh my
it's
God.
80s annoying. It's like,
like-
you,
Yes.
you get stuck up generals.
And
like that.
exactly right. And the general's just so pig-headed and such an asshole.
Motherfucker had a framed portrait of John Wayne on his wall.
It is the most canon of canon
Oh
movies.
man, I still
Like,
need to
it
see,
is just... What's canon? This is what canon make.
I
it's
need
just
to. I
this.
need to see that documentary, man. I know you told. I know
fantastic.
you told me about it, and I still haven't seen it. Is it on the thing?
Wait, there's a
I don't know, I'll
documentary
have
on
a-
this?
Yeah. On Canon, not American
The
Ninja.
co-
The company that made it, they were just making all these
It was so good.
bad movies in the 80s. It was
Dude,
great.
how about the sketchy fucking helicopter stunts at the end?
Oh man, I'm like,
Holy
Oh, we've
shit.
gone straight
I
to
was
the
like-
end?
I was
Okay.
like,
Yeah, yeah, fuck that.
All right, we're going straight to the end.
We'll jump around.
Let's
Go for
talk
it.
about...
Fucking go for it.
Watch out if you drive a Jeep and you're near a palm tree.
Just,
Even at slow speed,
oh man.
instantaneous explosions.
80s, man. The car hits anything,
Yes.
it's gonna explode.
That's what gave it its stars for me.
But you're like,
we'll get to that.
They're doing that stuff. I'm like, they're doing helicopter stunts.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, oh, they're landing on the roof. It's padded.
Like, he's just hanging off it.
Yeah, I'm like,
And he's like climbing underneath it.
and
Dude,
they're
what the
probably
fuck?
like that far off the ground.
Yes, but still.
they're doing helicopter stunts
Yeah.
in this friggin' movie.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I don't know why she
It would
didn't.
have to be a decent just to get the angle. They're like, no.
Yes.
That'd be a giant pad and shit
Yeah,
underneath.
but
Hopefully.
the fall would have been.
Hopefully.
I don't know why she didn't just kick him off because there was an opportunity. It's like,
I know.
hey,
The thing,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
kick
yeah.
the dude off.
I just love all the boxes it was ticking. Like, you had the buff best friend
Yes,
black guy.
yes, this is the best.
You had the asshole colonel. You had the weird friend, loudmouth.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck he was.
the
Oh, you want to punch him in the face so
Oh,
bad, don't you?
instantly.
That hair.
Instantly.
Like, as soon as he's seen, I was like, oh yeah, I remember this movie.
Because he's
remember
like
everything
the
about this movie.
real shitty. Did everyone watch Eastbound and Down?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know his mate. That,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like him,
Yes.
but a shitter version of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the mystical mentor.
Yep.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, that with amnesia. Oh well, he's got amnesia.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I chose not to, like, so you can live your own life or something.
Foreign bad guys.
Yeah.
Colourful ninjas.
That fight scene, like, where, like,
Which one? There was a lot
his
of
best mate is like,
Oh, you're just throwing him around?
yeah. And then all of a sudden, it's like, Well, he's okay
Yeah,
now.
It's like fucking Dragon Ball Z, where as soon as Goku beats someone, they're like his best friend.
Yeah, he's like, oh, okay, you beat me.
Yeah. Oh, Vegeta's a good guy. Oh, Piccolo's a good guy.
Because you can't be Goku. Might as well be on his side.
That's so.
You know what my favourite stunt might have been? The motorcycle jump over the goddamn
Yeah.
like. Whoa, that landing was hard.
Gadong.
Did he actually hit his head on that?
Yeah,
Probably.
Cause he's up. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
Because
barely kept it on.
There was some loose dirt that,
Yeah.
just like that little patch where he's supposed to land. That was very loose dirt. You can see, so he doesn't.
Yeah,
land
nearly
on
goes
concrete.
straight over the handlebars.
That's great.
Oh man.
He probably would have gone a few times.
Oh yeah.
I love after we spoke about it, where the first attack on the highway, the road, or whatever, and then the army dude goes to the general and he's like, "Have you heard of ninjutsu?" What? The secret art of assassination.
I know,
I know about ninjas.
Yeah, it's great.
Even with
Dude.
the first bit that got me is like the black ninja, like the black star ninja. Yes.
Not with the tattoo.
Yeah. It's like, who is he? And like the military guys don't know. It's like, oh, he's got skills.
I love also how I saw him credited. It came up and said this guy plays Black Star Ninja. Cool, that's just a name in the credits and in the script, right? No, they actually call him Black Star Ninja in dialogue during the movie.
Oh, yeah,
What they called Joe American Ninja.
The American Ninja.
that's what he said. Oh, he possesses great skills. And it says it in a completely different language as well. It's like,
So good. Well, just her, like that first bit where, he's dragging her through the water. She's just so bitchy,
Like,
he gets his shirt off and she's
Yeah,
just,
oh my God.
done. Turns around.
Terrible.
The tide went up. She was
Yes,
that wet. It
yes.
was fucking ridiculous.
So.
And it's instantaneous.
Yeah, yes. He's done
Like
nothing
she
different.
sees the rig and it's like,
Oh, well.
oh, he's all right in my book.
You've got, women in movies
And
during
we're
the
together
80s,
now.
right? You got women in movies during the 80s. And then you got this, it's just like
Yes.
so much worse.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, same.
It's
'Cause
just
I'm-
perfect trash.
I've seen one of the sequels for sure. I know that.
I
but-
wanted
I can't believe there's sequels.
a bit more of an ending.
like 3 or
Wait,
4.
there's a sequel.
There's
Three
5
or
of them in the series, I think.
Four, yeah, like,
He's not in all of them. They
No.
replace him after a couple.
yeah.
I
need
think
to
he
know-
must start asking for too much money, I reckon.
Or some money.
Yeah. But then I think he comes back
Not
because then
just
the two American ninjas are together.
Not just like a free bindle. He needed money.
Yeah.
Oh,
Somewhere
maybe
to
we should have
sleep.
an American ninja around.
No, I don't know that. This is the only good one.
Do that on your
Yeah.
other podcast, Dave.
But yeah, the ending was a bit abrupt. Like,
It was almost Robot Jock's ending.
Yeah, but like a lot of those movies ended just like that.
Done.
Yeah, big explosion, they kiss, that's it.
Yep.
End.
Roll the credits.
Yes.
None of this Return of the King shit.
Yeah,
That's
no,
right.
no, no.
she didn't even
You got what you needed.
barely kissed him.
I know, but
He's
I'm
just
just
looking off into the distance, and that's
I'm
it.
just using that as an example. That's what sort of happens. You beat the bad guy, you get the girl, straight to credits.
Yep.
Yeah.
You gotta get out in 80 minutes, man. There's only so much film you can use.
No, but you could have a fake wedding at the end. or
No, that's
whatever.
too much money.
Yeah.
Fuck that. They already did some sketchy helicopter stunts.
Yeah.
They could just be walking.
They already
together
lost 3
away.
stuntmen.
I just love like the army just comes in friggin' he's gonna friggin' M60
Yeah.
on the back.
Oh yeah, and he's like freaking
Full Rambo style.
yeah,
That's awesome.
freaking oiled up and shit.
Why not?
Oh, what the colonel, whatever her daddy's like, man, you're dodgy as shit, but you try to act a hero at the end when you come in. Like, no, you're dead. You're court-martialed for sure.
For
bro.
sure.
Because you changed your mind not to commit treason.
Yeah.
You're just hanging out with the wrong crowd.
When I did the first chunk of this movie, I was like super sick.
Yep.
So I just wasn't having it.
no,
I'm like,
no.
fuck, this movie sucks.
That's amazing.
And then I watched it today to finish it off. I'm like, dude,
It's just
You were
over
just
the
sick.
top.
yeah, I was just sick because fuck, man.
It's just trash.
Yeah,
It's trash.
yeah.
It's like good 80s action trash.
It's Power Rangers.
Yeah.
You know, like it's shit, but it's
You would borrow these videos from the video store.
Oh,
And you would
100%. They
enjoy
made it for like $2,000.
Yeah.
And made friggin' $15,000 in goddamn video sales. And everyone knows a happy day.
Yep.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I don't know. I get what you're saying with that it's good trash and stuff, but I wouldn't have watched this I didn't watch it, and I don't think I would have watched it as a kid. Like it did nothing for me at all. I was really not disappointed because I know it was trash and I know it was 80s, but yeah, I am probably gonna have a very different score to you guys.
Joyless.
Oh, I don't know.
We know.
Very.
I have a lot of joy, thank you.
No, thanks.
I can't give it a high score because it's not a good movie.
No,
I
but
thoroughly
I
enjoyed
enjoyed
it, but I'll give it 5 stars. I can't give it more than a half pass because it's not very good. But I just love the shit out of it.
It's 6. Yeah, it's a 6. It's a pass.
This is the scale of your personal enjoyment.
I know.
Yeah. You know,
But
it's,
And that's what it comes
not
down
the
to.
If I
quality.
had got some boobies, I would have got a 6.
I thought we were gonna get some, but it's still a 6. It's still fun. It's fun.
Yeah, 5. I think it's right on the path.
2.5 for me.
I was going to go 2.5 as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think I might have to go 6.
Like,
If
if it had, like, movies, yeah.
Oh, boobies already hit 5.
Yeah.
So that 2.5 was for the Jeep explosion. That was for and the helicopter stunts. That was
That's what I was gonna mention. The guy with the bag of money when he gets shot and does a mad ballet dance.
Oh, the death reactions in this movie.
phenomenal.
So good.
Lots of this happening in the extras.
Oh, because you know, just like, more! We want more next take!
Emote.
Yes.
And we got to get it this take. There'd be a lot of that screaming as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched this as a kid, and I will probably watch this again in my lifetime. Cause
Yeah, it was just I enjoyed it. It was
Yes.
Oh, no doubt. Well,
And that's
It's
my
just
other
terrible.
one. Yeah, I probably would never watch it again. Like
Yeah.
if it was, yeah, I don't know, cringy enough to watch.
I'll
it.
watch it again.
You got the funky
But
bass
it's still
line.
too-
yeah, it's just got everything. It
And
just,
the borderline kind of problematic music that comes on when anyone Asian is on screen.
You'd watch a movie again that you gave 2.5 stars.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Just wondered that just doesn't make a lot of sense. If
I watched
you-
Double
in-
Trouble again and gave that.
Dave, shut up.
yeah, but you chose that fucking movie.
What was I gonna say? Shit. Doesn't matter.
So you said Double Trouble and fucked everything up.
I love how, like, that little tank just can go anywhere. It's like, let's go up this stairs and down this, like, little corridor and just start shooting everyone. And
I like how you fought Wish Bolo.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, my God, yeah. Yeah. How about when him and Black Star Ninja are fighting on the facility, and then all of a sudden it turns into an obstacle course.
Yes.
Where he goes through the little swinging
Yes.
things.
Yeah.
And he follows him. He doesn't go
Yeah,
around. He
yeah.
follows him.
He's like,
And then they climb the ropes.
yeah. Like, oh yeah, he's got the ninja stuff. He's got the climbing stuff. He's got, like,
Yeah.
the little pellets that he shoots, all of that, and then the laser.
I was going to bring that up. Yeah.
I like-
Flamethrower.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe it's magic.
yeah.
Ninja magic.
Yeah, it's a little, whatever. But
Yeah.
it's like,
Laser.
then laser.
it's the 80s, man. It's
And
the 80s.
And the climbing things that they're using as weapons.
Yes.
Did his ally ninja, like the mentor, did he use that ninja to make himself invisible at the end before he
guess
sacrificed
so, yeah.
himself?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Or he like teleported or something.
Yeah, he
Yes.
teleported.
Yeah,
Ninja
okay.
teleport.
Something
Ninja
like
teleport, man. That's
Yeah.
just.
That's
That's
great.
I think you learned that third or fourth day.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love the smoke. It's like,
In, like, open air.
It's surrounded.
Put a tree next to him or something, for Christ's sake. You can hide
Great.
behind.
It's just trash fun. It's great.
Love how they're ninjas. They're talking about chakra and they're talking about like Bushido.
Yeah, the chakra was the biggest one. Like, what? Hang on.
Yeah, well, Naruto kind of uses that, I think.
Yeah. And but the Bushido code, which is samurai.
Yeah.
Same, bro.
In the
Same,
80s, yeah,
same.
it's all the
I was talking to Jason. It just baffles me how heavily romanticized ninjas are. Like, compare them to knights and samurai. Yeah, they're like romanticized. But you think of a knight, your image of a knight is probably what a knight looks like. But then ninja, it's like, no.
Yeah, they were just ordinary people.
They were just dudes.
Yeah.
Samurai sometimes.
And it's modern. It's like from the 60s TV show.
Very,
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
Shinobi or whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They weren't like a real thing, sort of.
Not like this.
Yeah.
Because the term that was used in period, I think, is shinobi. And that literally means sneaky guy. Like, person who does stealth.
Yeah.
So there would have been spies, saboteurs, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
They could kill maybe one person if they're sleeping.
Yeah.
Brubaker, Winter Soldier. Right? Like,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Bucky, you know? Like,
Yeah.
Bucky. In the war, doing all the sneaky stuff like Cap's over here doing that. you
Yes,
know?
exactly.
It's
Exactly.
great.
All the samurai are doing
Yeah,
this,
yeah,
and
yeah.
the samurai who don't mind getting their hands dirty, or the the peasants and stuff, were doing
Doing
this
the
stuff.
grit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I like how, like,
Mystical.
We learned we could sell ninja stars
Yeah,
to kids in the
yeah.
60s.
Oh, come learn ninjutsu.
I
The-
just
One of
love
the best
when-
South Park
when
episodes.
When Black Shine is going to kill him in the jail, and he's killing everybody, and they find the one dude with one solitary ninja star in his head.
Yes.
He's dead. If
Ninja
must
stars,
have
they're
been-
lethal.
Yeah, probably wouldn't have penetrated even the skull.
No. How
he's
difficult that
dead.
shit is. It's like we've evolved to not have that happen.
Death is a bit of a low, like,
Oh
value
yeah,
here,
in movies, yeah.
Yes.
especially in this movie. It's like, wow, we lost 4 guys.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Put him on where that
Like, yeah,
came
but they're
from.
like, they're mad at him for dudes dying. It's like he personally killed them all, not the freaking
Yes.
ninja attack and the freaking whatever.
Yeah, but they're all working for him, so that was the...
And he ran away and saved the general's daughter. But no, he's a shit cunt.
Well, but the
When
general,
big head does nothing.
Yeah.
general would have been happy for his daughter to go. He didn't give a shit about her. It was typical, again, 80s dad.
So like, no, you hate him until he throws you over his shoulder a couple times, and then you're like,
I'll take your shirt off.
Yeah.
yeah.
That was the big one.
Excellent. All right.
Yeah, it's fun. Find me
I like
Artie.
how,
Hubby.
No, Dave, what you gonna say something?
Yeah, go, Dave. You like
well,
what?
I like how they get defeated. All defeated. They're trained ninjas, defeated by a guy who was trained when he was 6. And not for any, like, period after that.
And it's the rule in movies where if
That's a
there's
good point.
If there's a mob of 20 dudes, they all take turns.
Yes.
They don't just.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how good you are. There's 20 dudes
100%.
you're fighting.
Yeah.
That's not
You're
very
dead.
honourable.
Yeah.
It's martial arts movies, man.
Yes, absolutely. Movies in
Bruce Lee,
general.
Bruce Lee will stand there and wait for the dudes to come so he can kick their ass.
Yes.
And it'll look great.
They know
It'll be
their
awesome.
roles.
Yes.
So, this
we go.
train wreck continues of a
What
freaking...
percentage did he get?
I got 20 to 25. in
That's
this
like the second highest out of
train
all
wreck of
this.
a choice of a movie choices. Out of all... Oh, and fucking Rotten Tomatoes and their way of filtering
it's
shit
terrible.
is
Yeah.
the worst ever. I'm so glad I've never used that website before. I don't know why people use that website in the first place. But out of the small amount of films that I could find, most of them I'd seen, and I'm trying to pick movies I haven't seen, I think we're onto a winner.
Okay.
House of a Thousand Dead Corpses.
Oh, yeah, you are on it.
House of 1,000 Corpses. Beautiful.
Rob Zombie's feature film debut in regards to his own shit, because I think he did Halloween maybe before
No,
this.
this
No,
is
this
his
was first. There is a sequel as well, The Devil's Rejects.
I think I've seen The Devil's Rejects.
That's weird, but cool.
Yeah, it was on TV or something.
That makes sense
Yeah.
then, if that's the case. So yeah, this is quite good. It got 21%. I think it got critic score. I think it got 63% audience score.
All right. Oh.
If I
Because
remember rightly.
it's good.
Mind you, 65% audience score. But let's also remember that Dave's shit-face movie had 91% audience score.
Well, how many people, though?
Yeah, well, this would probably be actual people
More than
that
100,
weren't
yeah.
living in their parents' basements.
That was great to have.
So yeah,
But
I haven't seen it. I'm keen to watch it. So it's the best of the bad bunch I could find. Oh, mind you, Push would have been okay. The Chris Evans movie with Dakota Fanning.
yeah,
but-
Devil's Reject is more like a movie. House is not quite like a movie.
It's more of a music video.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Hey, it's got music. Oh.
Like visually and
Yeah.
it's different. Where Devils was just a straight 70s Texas Chainsaw type of thing.
Yeah.
The first one's fucking bit out there.
And I have no idea what it's streaming on, so we'll work it out.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
We'll find out.
I think I got it on DVD.
Cool. I think I do too, actually.
I definitely have it on DVD.
Cool. We'll work that
Although
out.
it's
then.
backed up somewhere, so why not? Anyway,
Started. Wow.
no, it's already backed up.
All right. Thank you for joining us for this super chunky episode.
Where we at?
Pushing 2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
a big week of comics.
It's
Two
a big
weeks.
one.
We've
2
had
weeks.
longer. We've had longer.
Have we?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
When we talked about like a movie for like
yeah,
an extra and a
sure.
half or something.
Oh, okay.
It's a shitty movie that we bitched about.
No,
Yeah,
like a
I
Marvel movie.
Yeah, I would
Oh, like
yeah,
Doctor
so a
Strange
shitty
or
movie
something.
would have bitched about.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for joining us. We'll be
Star
back
4.
next week. Like, comment, subscribe.
If we get comics.
If we get comics.
We better get comics.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure we'll
Can I
find
bitch about
something.
couriers? Couriers.